know. He has like teeth and others. I don't know what I'm thinking
he
of.
has teeth.
No. There's something else that he's in where he's like a vampire.
That
Maybe
actor?
Yeah.
I have no
I
idea.
can't remember what. I didn't even see it. I just saw like a poster and I was like, is that fucking Ned
Ned?
with teeth?
I don't know.
But anyways,
Ned with
what
teeth.
were you saying?
What was I saying? Oh, about the submarine.
Yeah, you were like, there's some
Oh, like-
conspiracy theories.
I was like, I don't know. This sounds so far fetched, but I was like, I feel like the news is like covering it so much that they're trying to hide something else. Like back in 2020, when they wanted to get like the news stop covering COVID for a minute, they were like, oh yeah, there's aliens, and
Yeah,
like
that's
I was
true.
like, what if they're doing that again? They're like, look at all of this submarine stuff, submersible. My bad. And
Get
like,
it right.
yeah, and but they're not like talking about some bigger story that we don't know yet.
Well, what else?
Sacrifice
what do you
the
think it could
five.
be?
I don't.
Because
know.
my only thing would be like, maybe it's aliens, but like that would be the reverse of what
Maybe
you
it's the
were-
aliens.
of what the other
Like,
example
what did they
was.
find? What if they found something else down there, like in the ocean?
I mean, probably the ocean's
True.
a scary place.
What if they didn't even implode? What if something got them? What if
A
some?
mermaid?
That's what I'm
What if
saying.
some people from the Titanic are still alive down there?
Okay,
and they're just like
Jason,
undead
the
zombies,
Titanic
and then
sunk
they just
Yeah.
like got
a
them.
long
Like
time
Ghost?
ago. Ghost, I can get that. I don't
But
think
no, they're like
anyone's alive.
undead. They're just like
Oh, like
Ugh.
water
Would they
zombies?
like
yeah, water
adapt
zombies.
to be like a mermaid type?
Oh my god,
situation?
mermaids.
Is that where a mermaid comes from?
Mermaids
Undead?
are-
Maybe.
Titanic.
Oh, you think they're
Sometimes.
dead people?
Huh?
That's not as glamorous as I thought they'd be.
What, mermaids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they look nice
yeah.
a lot of the time.
Well, I feel like if they're
They died in
Raggedy
fancy
Anns.
clothes, so like they would
I
have
guess
like cool
you're
little
right.
outfits. I think. I don't know.
do they get to keep?
I don't know the logistics behind water zombie mermaids, but that
This
could
is a
be
part of your conspiracy theory. I need everything.
That wasn't my conspiracy theory. Is just that there's
They're
something
covering
bigger going
something
on
up, Yeah.
that we don't know about yet.
We gotta find it.
I just thought they were covering it so much because everyone seemed to be, for some reason, interested in like all the updates.
I think interested just because they're rich people.
It
But I
just
don't-
seems so. There's
yeah.
other stuff that goes on, like
No.
that has to do with rich people. Like I wouldn't say this
Maybe
is
it's
like.
because it's like
I wouldn't say this is more absurd than other things that have happened in the past, like I don't know,
Yeah, like
several months or something.
maybe it's because it's like
Like what
it's
about
the
what about
opposite.
the fuck? I mean, this was a while ago, but you remember when Jeff Bezos bought like he made like the biggest yacht in the world, and they
I
had to.
don't.
Yeah, okay, this was like a year ago or something. They had to tear apart a historic bridge. Like they had to just so we could fit it under the bridge to get it to his
so
like
they
his
destroyed
house or whatever
a
the fuck.
bridge for Jeff Bezos.
Correct.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
a historic
I didn't know
bridge.
that.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god.
yeah. And previous, I can't remember what it was, but they wanted to destroy it for something else, and they're like, "We would never decimate this historic bridge." But for
But
Jeff,
Jeff
Bezos,
Bezos, like,
his what would you call it? He set the world record by like biggest yacht by just buying.
I
This
mean, there's a
thing.
lot of competition for that one.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure there is. I don't know how much he beat it by, but it was pretty substantial. But yeah, they had to tear apart a whole bridge for this.
Well,
I
Why
don't
didn't
know
they
if that's a
just
good example though,
airlift
because
it?
that was like a year ago.
but
A yacht?
dude,
I don't know if you can airlift a yacht.
You just get a few helicopters.
A f-
I
you
think
know,
yeah.
attach it to the
But
string.
Here's the thing: I didn't even know that was a thing, but yeah, I know about this submersible.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I was like, rich people, like he said, did stuff before that we didn't know about, and now rich people are doing stuff now, and we're supposed to care.
I
No offense.
think it's a
Rest in
thing
peace.
of like, it's the opposite of space travel in a way because they're going to the like a really absurd distance.
Yeah, that's well, like the Titanic. Or is it like
Yes,
no?
the
I'm
Titanic.
because I'm saying, do you think it'd be the same reaction? Because you know Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos's space program thing, where he takes rich people into space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be the same reaction if at some point they were like, we lost connection with them, we don't know where they are? Do you think people would be like, look at those, look at them fucking bitches?
Well, I feel like that's harder
Mm.
because like space is something we've kind of gone to a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But like the
well,
oceans.
Gone to space
some
a
people
lot.
actually argue about whether they even go into space. 'Cause
Yeah,
of like,
I mean,
yeah.
back on the conspiracy theory, like, did they go to
Yeah.
space? Have they
I
been
mean-
on the moon?
Yeah. No, I'm talking
there's
about specifically Blue
footsteps.
Origin, like those type of journeys, because they don't really
That's
go
true.
super high. I mean, they go like insanely
Oh,
high.
you don't
for
think of like right
me.
at
Yeah.
the like border.
Yeah, I think they go at like at the border of space, whatever that
The
even
border of
means.
space.
Yeah.
There's a word for
There's
that.
a
I don't know
wall.
what it is. There's just a literal
You have to
wall.
like type
Oh
in
my
the passcode.
god, are they like immigration people at the border of
Yes,
space?
at the space border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking papers.
You have to have your passport.
Oh my god.
I wonder how far good old Donald Trump thought about that. Remember he was like, what was it called? Space something. He wanted to have like a space army. He had a name for it though.
Oh yes, I don't know what the name was, but
Yeah.
I remember hearing about.
But I
that.
wonder if he wanted to have something like that, like people,
Like space
just like
border
people
patrol?
just floating around.
Yeah, like you can't.
Just like
no
with
access.
Oh, that would suck. Would guns
guns
work
work
in
I don't-
space?
It would have to be like really powerful.
On the border of space, they probably would, but in space, I don't know.
But even like, I don't know what the air pressure's like up there, but it's gotta
I
be
wonder if it would
something
just blow up
crazy.
the gun. I bet it. I don't know actually. I think you might be able to bring them in like a spaceship. I don't know though.
You could use it like on the spaceship, is what you're saying, but not
Maybe,
like
yeah, but
outside.
not like out in space. I wouldn't be.
But if we have
surprised.
aliens, and those are confirmed, they probably have weapons that work in space.
Yeah.
So
would assume.
Mm-hmm.
maybe we do have that kind of technology, but we don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to space to find out.
I'm a chill right.
Would you go to
here.
space if you could?
No.
No.
Nope.
Even if it was like
No.
I'm not saying as a guinea pig. Like let's say
No.
there'd been 100 different
There were 100 boats and the Titanic still sunk.
what does that even mean? Okay, anyways, what if there was
100
100 different like
No.
journeys of like I don't know, each one had like
You know how
300
like, planes
people,
still crash?
and they would go to space and then come back, and each one was successful.
No.
No.
I just
still
think
no?
it's like too open. Like I don't know.
I
Like,
mean in a spaceship too. I don't mean like just
Yeah.
hanging
Just
out
raw
like,
in
in the
space.
fucking void.
okay, but I watched Passengers. You know that movie? Jennifer
Yeah,
Lawrence, Chris
yeah.
Pratt.
It was okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, yeah.
The
But,
concept
like,
was cool though.
But I don't know if I could do that. Like, just
Well, that was
on the-
different though. That was their whole life, like because they were traveling to
But with
another
the-
world, right?
Isn't that the
Planet
kind of
or
the
something?
concept of a lot of space movies? Like you go to space and like time is so drastically different. Like if you went to
Yeah.
space and you were there and you come back and like time has passed like way faster. So like
Yeah.
you haven't aged, but like everybody here has aged.
But Passengers wasn't like that, right? It just time moved because they were in like cryo sleep or something, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because
you're
they were
right.
just traveling to like
Yeah.
repopulate something. Because I think they were like
No.
the Earth's last hope or something, right? Because
No,
wasn't Earth
there was
gone?
just
Was
like,
Earth
no,
not-
there was like another
Oh.
Earth, and people that wanted to like go to this new Earth and like start a new Earth and like populate it could go if they could afford it.
Oh, okay.
So back to rich people being able to do whatever they want, kind of thing.
Yeah. But do you think all those people were rich? Were they? I don't remember if they
I
were.
feel like they were. It's been a while, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think I'd enjoy space unless I absolutely had to. Like Earth was,
Yeah.
like dying, and we had to go to a new planet. I would try it then, because what's
I'd
the worst
give
that
it
could
a
happen?
shot, you know.
Yeah, but I would not go like just for
For
shits and
funsies.
gigs.
What about you? Would you go to space?
No.
Really? Not at
Wha-
all?
No. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I just think it'd be really
Are you
cool.
going to space?
Am I planning on it? No. Because, I mean, there's not really a way that I could do it. But
If
like,
the opportunity arose.
yeah, if I had the opportunity, I probably
It's like a
would.
flight now. It's like $100.
Yeah, if I had a flight that I'd be going for like a couple weeks, I'd totally do that.
Vacation.
It'd be so cool to
space.
see the Earth from like a spaceship. That'd be so cool.
Flat Earth.
Yeah, and then I could see that it was flat, and then everyone would be like wrong.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
No, I don't think it's flat, but
It's a long.
I'm not smart enough to
pause.
scientifically not prove that it's.
I feel like you
That's
are
rad.
smart enough to scientifically prove that it
No,
is.
I mean like me personally.
I-
Like I've
I
heard people,
know.
and I'm like, yes. I mean, I think you're right. Like,
Yeah.
and I've
We
seen a
just
lot
have
of
to-
evidence.
yeah.
Me personally, like I just don't have enough ingrained like scientific knowledge. Like, oh yeah, this is exactly why it's not flat, and this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But think about it if it was flat. What's at the end? What's past the end?
I mean, it
Space.
would be nothing if it was.
Or would it be like heaven or hell? Would it be like heaven on one side and like hell on the other?
Well, then I thought no, because that's left and right versus north and south.
Yeah, if it was flat, then there'd be 4
Yeah,
blank spots.
that would be
Yeah.
purgatory probably.
Which one? All of
Purgatory?
them?
All of them.
Like all of the like just the ends of the earth would that be purgatory and the whole?
No, I just meant like the ends, like east and west.
That's also
Yeah.
implying that heaven and hell is like
Is
if
like
it
on Earth,
exists,
yeah.
it,
Oh,
it
yeah, I know.
exists in our
Yeah.
realm. Like
Yeah.
it could be a
Yeah.
whole different dimension.
Yeah. What if you fall off the earth into the next dimension of heaven or hell?
I think you'd just
I'm
fall
not
into
Doctor
space.
Strange. So
Well, I don't know if
really.
you'd fall into space because there'd still be like a barrier.
But like, if you made it through that barrier, would it just be space?
That would be. I think you would like implode. Your raw body.
Submersible.
That
Oh.
sounds like probably a good outcome. I have like eternal damnation.
I'd have to
Of your
agree.
guts just floating in space.
I mean, you're not alive to see it. Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I thought again about the fucking Titanic submarine thing. I was like, that was a good ending
Submersible.
for
Honestly,
them.
yeah.
Like that was the
They didn't
best.
even get to see it.
I know, no, but
they
I'm
weren't
saying
gonna
they
see
didn't.
it anyway.
They
They
didn't
were
like
gonna-
suffer. They literally died so fast.
Yeah.
It was like less than a millisecond. Like you couldn't even blink to see the thing like explode. Implode.
Wait, you saw an imploding video?
No, I just saw
Oh.
like someone say like, "This is how fast it imploded, and this is how fast you blink," and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty fast."
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty much best case scenario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Over
was.
slowly suffocating.
Yeah, I was romanticizing them like
With,
there's
like-
like 5 of them, like 2 of them are dead, a couple of them like eating the other guys.
Romanticizing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roman-
that's not the
that's not
word
really
you
the right
meant
word.
to
That means
use.
you're
Fantasizing?
like, you're just like,
Because
yeah.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else. with that when you said
Romanticizing
I
that.
means
romanticized
like
them
you
all
like
fucking
love
in
the
the
idea of it.
submarine and
Yeah.
just like having like amazing orgies in the submarine.
They were
I mean, if you
family on that.
Only 2 of them were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And what is family? Some people family does not mean the same for everyone.
That's a whole topic.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't agree with some of those people.
This is
But-
Jason's incest coming out story.
What I'm saying, all I'm saying is that incest exists. That is not.
There's
that's
a
not
lot of
disputed
things in
I-
this
fact.
world
yeah.
that exist, Jason.
Yeah.
What?
If they didn't even know that they were gonna implode, they didn't have time to get
Think
down
about
and dirty.
yeah. It's probably the last thing on their mind.
I wonder if they knew, like at all, like maybe like a few seconds before they're like, oh shit.
Because they lost control first, like they disconnected from like.
Yeah, and then I
So
guess
it's
they
like-
started like floating down. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and then I guess they went too far, and then it imploded.
Yeah, like did they know at all that they were about to explode or implode?
I wonder if the CEO guy the whole time was just like, no, don't worry, guys. This is
That's
everything.
what I
This is how it's supposed to be.
imagine.
Yeah, he's like,
What if this
is
was
how
a
it's-
suicide mission and that was on purpose?
Maybe.
Oh my God, get rid
What
of
if we
the top
find?
1%.
What if we find his manifesto in like a week or something? He's like,
It's possible.
yeah, I could see it.
I could also see that.
Huh.
It'd be kind
Eat
of
the
lame though. And I
rich.
also would not believe it. I'd be like, you guys are just
Making
trying to
up
make a
stuff.
story out
Yeah.
of this, like so much more than it is. I mean, even the whole. I don't know if this is true, but now it seems like to me that people were just making stuff up about like, oh, we heard banging in it, but they were already dead supposedly.
Yeah.
But to now it sounds
How
like
would they
made up.
hear banging in it? Like,
It was so
banging?
far down.
so back to the sex thing.
Yeah,
Maybe they were.
Bitch.
but it was so far down. Like how?
Yeah.
That was my thought too. I was like, you got good ears, bro.
I know. I was like, are you on the surface
Yeah.
and you're hearing
You
that?
just happened to be sitting right above. I'm like, I hear something.
So
banging.
if you heard something banging and you were up at the surface level of the ocean and you didn't say anything until days later, you should feel bad. Bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but-
saw people saying that like they know that they lost connection, but no one tried to do anything then. Like, why did you wait
well,
3
what do you
days
do?
or whatever?
Yeah.
Go
lose con-
find that.
You go with what?
Yeah, with
With
what
Another
submersible. Just gonna
submersible.
die?
Duh.
Yeah, because the next
The
one's
first
gonna
one
make
worked
it
out great.
down.
Let's try the other one.
Yeah.
Or a scuba team. They have people. I don't know. They have people that know what to do in those situations. I'm not.
I'm sure they
qualified to
Yeah.
answer.
do, but not at the company. I don't think that the guy like.
No, probably not the
worked for.
company, but I'm
'Cause it
assuming
seemed
they
like
had
a
like
really like.
a team.
I mean, he was just cutting corners the whole time.
yeah.
so I doubt he was,
Actually,
like,
I feel like
had a
that's not
safety
something
team.
you should cut corners with.
Oh yeah, probably not. And
Rich people do that though.
But he
Yeah.
has money. That's the confusing part.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. He was just arrogant about it.
another
It was
rich
like,
person.
No
Hate
one.
it.
He was like, the regulations are stupid, guys. We don't need to do all this.
They're
This
just
takes too much time.
suggestions.
And I think if I remember correctly, he said something about that, like, oh, because we didn't follow these regulations, it's actually not. It was actually originally going to be 500,000 because of that, but they're like, no, it's only 250.
Only.
But it's not like a rich person thinks like, oh my god, what a deal.
So like,
It's
do you
like the
think-
same amount of money.
Yeah, they're like,
Most
Do
Some
rich
change.
people like Venmo each other, or do they just show up in cash? Like, where do they put the money?
I'll bet it's more like a wiring.
Yeah, it's like
a
a
wire.
transfer.
250 is a lot.
Can you imagine seeing that leave your? I mean, they probably don't know.
That's
this.
like drug deals. Like you don't. You wouldn't
like
wire-
250K.
Yeah.
If I
no,
ever
I mean like
switched-
that's like cash. Like that's when you have a bunch of cash. It's like
Oh my
a
God.
huge drug deal. Like the
My bank
suitcases.
account, my bank would call
Suitcases.
me if they saw
Mhm.
$250,000 moving from my bank account. Like, bitch.
Yeah, because we don't have that kind of money.
Like, the
Yeah.
fuck did you get this from? Don't worry about it.
You just see an
Bofa?
immediate 250K into your account, and then it goes away, and like,
They
What's
confiscated
going
my
on?
shit.
yeah.
I don't think that would work. One
I
time I
wonder
tried
who
to.
gets those profits though. Because I mean,
Ocean Gate?
but who runs the company now?
That
Is the
one
company-
stepson that's like super
the other
controversial, he
C-
got it all.
There's someone
Yeah.
below the CEO, right? Whatever that is.
I'm
CFO?
sure there's. Yeah, CFO's
Yeah.
below.
Y'all remember J.A. Biztown? Just remind me of that.
No.
He wasn't
You
there.
weren't there for that.
Yeah, he
What is
wasn't
this?
there. It was like a little. So it's how they got fifth graders to want to join corporate America. And like we went to this like building that's like
It's like a
decorated to
mini
look like a
town.
small town.
Yeah.
And then you had to apply for jobs like in this town. Like you could work at the pet store. I worked at the news
I think
station.
I worked at the bank.
Yeah, there was a bank. There was like a cafeteria that you
Mm.
could work at, or like a food place. And like you had to work a shift, and then you got a break, and then you could go buy a pet from the pet store, which was like a stuffed animal, or you could like go buy food, or you could like go do stuff. It was like a whole thing. It was kind of traumatic because like in the weeks before we went, we had to like do job applications. We had to do interviews.
Training. It was
Yeah,
as fifth
Jeez.
graders.
yeah.
That sounds fun though.
It was
Kinda.
fun.
It was fun at the time.
Until like
You
we
look back
got
on it?
there and like the people that got the first break got to like go to the pet store and buy stuffed animals, which was like a really big deal for fifth graders. So like if you were on second break, you didn't get a stuffed animal because they were sold out.
Yeah.
So, like,
no.
You were just shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Did
sucked.
anyone get fired?
Uh,
Like, could that happen?
I don't think.
Did somebody not show up for
so.
their shift?
Yeah.
I remember. I think Dusty was like the DJ or whatever, the radio.
Oh yeah,
host.
somebody worked at a radio station and they got to play the music. Yeah, it was a bizarre.
What an
concept.
easy job.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. A radio host?
Yeah. I mean, like
For somebody that
for like
outgoing,
Dusty, like that's
was
just
probably
like where he
easy.
thrives.
Yeah.
It probably
Hmm.
didn't feel like work for him. He was just fucking around.
I would have stressed out if that was my job.
Yeah.
I was very shy.
Like,
in
you gotta pick
fifth
the
grade.
right songs. Like,
Yeah.
people want to hear this.
And then you have to talk
You
on
have
the
to talk
like
really well, super
Yeah.
clearly.
to all of your fifth grade peers.
Yeah.
Those kids were brutal.
Yeah.
Middle
dude.
school was a
Dude, they'll be
mean
so
time.
mean.
Yeah.
If
I mean, I feel like our
went-
middle school was nicer than most.
Oh yeah, we got it easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
With our class of like 60 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
68.
I thought I was like 80.
Whoa. No.
That's way too many.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's not that big now.
whoa.
Chill.
No, we were the elite, and there was not a lot of us.
We were the elite.
Like our class specifically.
Yeah.
It does feel that way.
Yeah.
I
but
do think class
every
of
class
2019
probably
is the
feels
best
that.
class.
Yeah, me too. But I think everyone feels that.
But I
So-
feel
I
like
don't
when
think
we
the class
say
of
we're
2020
dead
feels that way.
ass- Fuck them.
Well, I mean, they think about it. They literally had no senior year. Probably were like, man, this shit sucks.
Was that? No, that would have been. Well, I guess because that was like March, so they didn't like graduate or anything, but they went through almost all of their.
They went through
Last year.
half. Yeah, like
Yeah.
half. And then the second half of their
That's
senior
so
Yeah, they go to
awful.
spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was spring break
It
when it hit,
was.
and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is a really long spring break."
Yeah, because I was in Alabama. Like, I was on vacation. I remember exactly where I was sitting. This is my 9/11.
Oh.
I was, like, sitting on, like, this little swinging bench at this resort that I was staying at. And I get an email from my school that was like, hey, we extended our break. And I was like, that's really
Yeah.
weird. Why did they do
I
that?
just kept
Yeah.
doing it.
And then, like, me and, like, the person that I was there with was, like, discussing it. And I was like, oh, there's, like, a deadly disease going around. Awesome.
Were you guys scared? Whenever
I
you
feel like
first
I
heard
had
about
like
it?
no idea what was going on the first couple
Yeah.
months.
Like,
Yeah.
it took me a minute because, like, I was like, shit, this is great. Like, no school, no work. I was getting paid to sit
The
at home.
unemployment, that shit hits.
But then all of a sudden, like, reality set in, and I was like, what is our life going to look like from now on?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started getting really scared. And I was, like, avoiding everything at all costs because I was like, I'm not going to get this. I've had it 2 or 3 times now, so.
Yeah, I've had like 4.
Yeah, I
I've
was like-
never had it.
I don't believe you.
Dead ass. I haven't been sick.
That's actually insane.
That's pretty insane.
It's 3 years.
Were you
been
really
doing that.
safe? Like, did you stay away from everything, or
Were you
or
really
did you just
safe?
get lucky? Okay.
For like the first like year and a half, like 2 years, I feel like for the first like 6 months to a year, I was like super like everyone stay the fuck away from me. And then like after that, I was like okay with like a group of people. But then after like a year and a half, 2 years, I was kind of like whatever.
No.
After I got the Dolly Parton, I was like, if it takes me, I will.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Gotta
I mean,
live your life at some
my
point.
life didn't really stop because I just worked still.
Yeah.
I mean, my social life kind of went away, I guess, for the
Yeah.
most part. But I mean, I was still social at work, so.
Yeah. The only people I hung out with at that time
Yeah.
period were my coworkers. Like outside
Yeah.
of work, that was the only people that I hung out
Yeah.
with. So
Yeah.
like, if we got it at work, that actually did happen. I was working at Starbucks, and like, I think 6 of us got it, and we all just
Oh.
stayed in one little 1-bedroom apartment.
Mhm.
Aw.
Oh, it was more than 6. Hold on, I'm doing the math. It was closer to like 10, because then there was 3 other people that stayed in a separate
Jeez.
apartment. Yeah, and so the Starbucks had to shut down that week. Like the Starbucks that I
Mm.
worked
When
at.
all of the employees are out.
Yeah, because we all hung out together. We all got it
Did
at.
you guys make coffee at all whenever you guys were
Bro.
at the apartment?
Yeah,
Hmm.
we did. That's like our.
Nice.
That's our thing.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing that we do.
You just like woke up and like, what do I do with my hands? I
Yeah.
have to make coffee.
Yeah. And I will say though, because that was the first time that I got COVID, we would get up at like 1 p.m. and then we would just drink all day. I was drunk for
Yeah.
like 5 days in a row. And then I had to like, I finally got over COVID, and I was like, now I have to like go back to work and pretend that this is
fine.
normal. I came very accustomed to not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very bizarre.
Do you
But
guys
then-
have any post-COVID like symptoms? Because I know some
Not
people, like
anymore.
my ballet teacher, like she was losing hella hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
And she
chunks
thinks it's
hair.
because of that?
Yeah, because she said that was like a common symptom.
That's
I've never
crazy.
even heard of that.
And then
That's
another person I
crazy.
know just like has really bad like cough, and they haven't even got their taste back completely.
Yeah,
It's
I
been like
mean,
2 years.
Yeah, my taste lingered
2,
for a
3 years?
while the first time. Like, it took me like a few months.
Yeah.
And then my smell was maybe like another month on top of that. I think my cough went away faster than that.
Yeah, I think the
honestly.
cough was the only thing that I had like long lasting, but that went away. My dad never got his full smell back.
Oh,
Yeah. He's
that sucks. Smell and taste.
I was so scared.
need
I was
those.
more scared about tasting because I was like, God. I was like, am
Yeah.
I never going to taste anything ever
Yeah.
again?
Everything just tastes bland from now on.
Yeah.
No
I ate
matter
really
what you
healthy, though, that week. I ate really healthy.
Yeah.
Because I was
Like
like,
I said-
why eat junk food?
Yeah. I didn't eat at all.
I just ate like
literally just
protein
drank.
shakes and salads and like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Making
I
the
just-
most of your COVID.
I was trying. I just, we had, I mean, it was in a way, not, I guess in this one way, it was kind of perfect timing because we had just grown this weed plant. And just at that time, like a couple days before, Jesse was like, yo, I think it's ready. And I was like, okay, give me a branch.
Nice.
So he gave me like a little branch. And I just smoked that. And I
Branch.
played Ghost of Tsushima, like a video game, like the
Yeah.
whole week. And like that's mostly all I did.
Nice.
But it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I got paid.
Yeah.
For some of it. Not like my full
Some
pay.
of it.
No, I didn't get like my full pay, I don't think.
Oh, you got like a.
Like a 60%, I can't
I
remember, or
gotcha.
something like that.
Mm.
I remember when it first started, I guess, people were getting excited at work because in the first policy that ever came out about it at Walmart was like, we can pay you up to 52 weeks if you have it. Because no one knew what it was
Yeah.
at that point. Everybody was like, if you
52,
get it,
a
maybe you'll
whole
never...
year?
Yeah, a whole
You
year.
wouldn't have to work.
And everybody's like, yo, give me it right now.
Yeah.
Like, give me that
Oh my
shit.
god.
Honestly, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, hell yeah.
All the dudes were making kissing jokes like, yo, kiss me, bro. Kiss me, bro. I was like, shut the fuck up. You're fucking annoying.
Just closeted gay people.
Yeah. And like, this is my chance.
They're like, it's about COVID. Swear to God.
I
Yeah.
swear there's nothing else going on here. Oh my god. I remember having to get tested because someone at work got it. And this is before they like made the test less invasive.
Oh, no. You got the one in your brain?
Yeah. where they
Yes, I literally
shove
felt like
that
she
shit.
was giving me a lobotomy, and then she did both sides. Also, the cotton swab was like this long, and it was gone.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
my god, I'm having like I was so no. I had nosebleeds like 3 days later.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. Now they're fine. Now it's just
Did-
like a walk in the park.
Did
Yeah.
the nurse or doctor at least do it like, all right, so it's going to go a little, or was it just like a...
It was more just like a shove it all in there.
Oh, my God.
And then she
I don't
did
think I
not
ever
give
got
me
that
time
one.
Yeah, I
for the
didn't
other
either.
side.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful for
Well,
that.
Good for you guys. I think that was the world didn't let me get COVID because of that.
That was your
you know?
9/11.
That I know. That's how my 9/11. What is my 9/11?
My 9/11 was when they shut
I
down
wonder.
Club Penguin for like. a
Oh,
little
I
bit.
played that shit so much during COVID. That
Yeah.
was me and my coworker would do the whole
Isn't
time.
that shittily animated like game?
Chill,
or
bro.
something?
I mean,
no, not. I'm not
it's
saying
just
in a
like
bad way.
Penguin.
It's
Yeah,
cartoon penguins. What do you mean shittily animated?
it's just badly animated. I mean, I'm not like dissing the game
It's
or
just
anything.
dissing the.
You're just dissing the game.
No, like
the-
it's like
the look of
lazy.
it.
Like it's not.
It's-
But people love the game. Like people love to play
It's not
that
like
game.
it came out like this year. Like it came out years ago.
Yeah.
Years
Yeah.
ago.
Way before COVID, right? Like 10 years or something before?
Yeah.
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 Like way before.
I remember seeing memes of it and like people would, I don't know, make memes of it in like high school. And I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
I think that's when it. I think it was my junior year of high school, or our junior year of high school, when they took it down.
Yeah. I hadn't
whole
played
thing.
it at all until COVID.
Oh, is it just like gone now? Like you can't.
I don't know
even-
if you can get. I think they
Well,
brought it back. To be honest, with
It's
you,
like
but I have
hard
no idea.
because the people that are bringing it back aren't the people that own it. So sometimes you'll like
Mm.
copyright it and take it back down. So I don't know if it's up.
The switches.
they're
That's so
fighting.
sleazy.
It's not like they're making money off it.
Well,
It's
they must
free.
if they're like, how else would they run it? They gotta make some money somehow.
Are there
I don't know how
ads on it?
business works. Are there ads? I don't think there were. Maybe. I don't know.
It's been so.
There
long.
probably are now.
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's free, I'm sure there probably are now.
Everyone's gotta make money.
Yeah.
I hate that. Club Penguin and Roblox. That was my shit. And The Sims. But that was my shit before COVID. I love that that's like a time checkpoint now.
Yeah, like there's stuff that's pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Yeah, it's like
But now it doesn't really
Jesus.
feel like
BC,
that. I don't
AC.
know.
I guess we're still in. I don't know.
BC is before Corri in my
Oh.
timeline. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
AC is after
2001.
Corri.
2000, mostly. Anything before 2000
It's
is,
before
BC.
Corri.
is
Yeah.
BC.
So.
Yeah.
That
There's a
doesn't
lot
matter.
of BCs in here.
You're a BC.
I am a BC actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm
Yeah,
the earlier
You
ones.
both
so
are
haha.
BC. I've never been the youngest. one.
BJ.
I'm a BJ. Yeah, bro.
Y'all remember BJ?
Yeah.
Barely.
I never
I
liked
sure
his
he
smile.
teabagged me in the
His
hallway.
smile always seemed like you're up to something.
Because he
you
was
know.
all. Yeah, he
Probably
might have
was
been.
up to
I
something.
think he was. But like, it was like, oh, your smile's a little scary. Like, it's kind of intimidating.
Not
You,
you,
that
bro,
little short
Sam.
stack was gonna intimidate you, Jason.
He was taller than me at the time, probably.
I guess you did like shoot up recently.
How tall are you now?
Like 5'11".
You're not gonna say 6 foot.
I don't think I am 6 foot. That would be a lie.
I feel like most people would have
That would be a
rounded at
lie.
that point. Yeah,
I think I'm like 5'11" and
I'm
like
like
a
6
quarter or
foot.
something.
Yeah, me
You're
too.
not.
I'm like I'm six. I'm
You're
like 6'2".
not.
I'm
Lying.
6 foot.
Like 5'7", probably.
No, I'm 5'6". But
Okay, 5'6".
yeah,
You're like
but
4'2",
I'm sorry. What?
like 4'2", right?
no, 4'5".
Jason,
4'5". All right.
Corey, I
should've
am not
been
that
more-
much shorter than you.
Should have been generous.
I'm 6 foot tall.
I'm really like 5'5". Hello. It's like an inch difference.
You know, one thing that I want to, I mean, this is a
Inches go a long
separate
way.
topic, but I've just been wanting to ask you this because, like, I feel like I was sprung. I mean, obviously this isn't news to you, but it like was to me. So it seems like you're doing a lot. Like, I didn't even know that you were into like biology and science and research. I didn't know like any of that until like a month ago. And
Yeah,
I
she's,
guess you've
like,
been doing this
smart.
for years. Oh, I knew you were. I always knew you were
Yeah,
really
you guys
smart. I
doing-
just
doing
didn't know
big
what you
shit.
were doing with your big old brain.
I'm doing a lot of big shit with my brain. I'm
Yeah.
doing cancer research.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be doing more cancer research.
I remember I kind of made fun of you. I was like, you think
You-
you're going to be the one?
Did and I was like, that's not what I do.
I think
I'm
she is
not
going to be the
sitting
one.
here. I hope I'm the one.
That would be cool.
I do want a Nobel
I could be like,
Prize.
I knew her.
So y'all better watch out for
Yeah.
me. And
She's going to become one of the rich people that go down.
Oh no,
something.
no! I'll use my money for good.
Like what?
I don't know, like charity.
You know what sucks
Fake.
though? If cancer ever gets solved, we'd never. Let's say it got solved like 20 years ago, we wouldn't have Breaking
Conspiracy theory.
We wouldn't have Breaking Bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is the correlation? I've never seen Breaking Bad. Sorry.
Bad. Well, I mean, it's not just, but there's multiple shows where there's like some sort of motivation in the show where like I have cancer and the point is like I'm going to die. It's a death sentence basically.
So then it sparks
Like
the
House
whole
MD.
show.
House of D?
House MD.
House MD.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No
what
one's
that
ever.
is.
Oh.
It's just a bunch of doctors, I'm assuming.
Well,
Well, House MD,
it's like
right?
this doctor, and I'm pretty sure he has like cancer or some
Yeah.
mental illness, and he's also autistic or something.
Isn't that the good doctor?
No. It's like better autism.
Better autism.
It's like realistic, like functioning autistic person.
Isn't the guy
He's
in Good Doctor
functioning?
really autistic?
He's really autistic, yeah, but he's obviously functional.
No.
He's obviously a good doctor. He's the good doctor.
I am
Whoa.
a
He's the
He's the
surgeon.
goodest doctor.
I am a surgeon.
Yeah, everybody loved that clip.
Yeah.
It's funny how, what was that, like maybe a minute clip, and everyone saw that clip and like, oh my god, that's exactly, like, that defines the whole show, which is what? Hundreds of hours of the show?
Yeah.
I mean, I was included in those people that was like, oh my god, look at this
I'm one
stupid
of
ass
them.
fucking show. But I just thought it was funny to like, and also it's been going on for like 10 years, and now people are like, oh my god, first of all, the show is still going, and like, this is what defines it, I guess. So this is a stupid part.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
never.
So
Oh,
dumb.
I've seen like a couple of episodes, but I didn't even know
Yeah.
it was that old.
I also did. I thought it was like maybe
I remember when it
5 years
came
old.
out, and I was like, oh. But I never watched it.
10 years.
It's at least 10 years old.
That is crazy.
Fact
We're
check
so
that.
old. Okay.
Well,
I
no,
don't
I just
believe
think it's weird that show's still running after like 10 years.
doesn't
What
have
it
that
came
bad
out?
reviews.
2009 would be not even. Whoa.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, my bad. It's only been like 6 years.
Okay, see, that makes more sense to
Yeah.
me.
So
It
you
started
round
in
up for that, but not your
2017.
height.
But
Yeah.
and not for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, not for my height.
Yeah, that's a
But they're
big-
on season 6. I
That
think.
should be the final one, honestly.
Yeah, it's about a season a year. So if it's 6 years old, it'd probably be on season
94% of people liked this TV show. Google users did.
I don't trust Google users.
All
I
right, it has
trust
a
Google
63% on Rotten Tomatoes.
There we go. That's the one I
Not a
need.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Wait, that's season
yeah.
1.
Yeah, give me the rotten.
The Rotten.
Give me the rotten.
They know what's going on.
I can give you season by season.
Season by season.
Season
what?
163.
Like ratings?
Yeah.
Don't do
Did
that.
it ever get better?
What? Just
Season
look at
2
the
has
one where he
nothing.
says, "I am a surgeon."
That
That,
must be
one's
the most
probably
recent
like
one.
the highest rated one.
Well, they don't even have enough for the critics. Ooh, season 5 has it's a Rotten score of 58. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Still over 50%.
Yeah, none of that. That's the lowest one. 50%.
Okay, so
58 is the lowest.
not.
And then the most recent one is 65, which is still like in the good.
I mean, they're still
but-
failing, but
It's over
They're
half.
still failing with the public, for sure. But I'm sure there's a lot of
Like
people that watch it
diehards.
like, yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, I fucking love it's like my show, The Good Doctor.
I mean, every show.
I'll bet there's a lot of people that are autistic and they're like, God damn, like
he's
that's
just
so
like me
cool.
for real.
He's just like me for real.
That's what I say when I watch it.
Oh.
Oh shit, I forgot. I need to close out Roblox.
You still have that?
I had it
Did
open.
ever in
It did
update?
install, I guess, but it was like I had to push OK. And I just. It
Do you have like a
deleted it.
Google
I had
Doc
to
of
push OK. It was
questions?
too much.
No,
Okay, I didn't know
no,
if you had like a script.
no.
I don't know what goes on in your head.
I don't. Well, I sort of still want to ask you about like I don't know.
What do you want to know?
I don't know. What got you interested in?
Cancer solving.
Well, Did you get not? I wouldn't say stuck. Like, did you go into the field going like I'm gonna do cancer research, or was it specific? Or was it more broadly just research?
I had no idea I wanted to do research or anything. But my brother's like, you should probably join a lab. So I like emailed my genetics professor. This was the first COVID semester, I think. Yeah, no. The second COVID semester. And our first semester back, I should say. Zoom.
You
Yeah.
did lab work over Zoom?
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
seem like
bet.
it would work
Well,
at
okay,
all
no, like-
for that field.
Not for like research, but like for my classes where I had labs, like it was all my disasters. But I emailed her because it was her first semester there, which awful time to start a new job.
Oh my god.
But she was like starting a lab, and I was like, hey, like, can I join? And she's like, yeah, that'd be great. And I didn't think I'd like it. I didn't know what the fuck research was either, but I fell in love with it. I fell in love with her. Shout out to April. I love that woman so much. I would sell my soul for her.
It's
And
pretty
I
big.
mean that. I mean that in every way. But yeah, she's great. Research is great. I really like it. It's like problem solving. But I'm not like solving cancer. I'm like looking at mechanisms of cancer and like to solve cancer, because more information we get, yada yada yada. But I don't think I will be solving cancer. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's sad. But it's satisfying to you, like whenever you. Like you said,
Yeah, it's
solve
like cool to
problems?
see shit.
That is cool.
You know?
As long as you like it, that's like the
do.
biggest
Yeah.
plus ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I find a lab at Duke that I like. I'll be stuck there for 5 years, so.
When do you
Not
leave
stuck.
for Duke?
Well, I still need to find an apartment, which is so stressful. The housing economy is crazy.
Where is Duke?
North Carolina,
Okay, that's
It's
what I
like-
thought.
20 minutes north of Raleigh.
Okay. Have you ever been to North Carolina?
I went like 2 weekends ago. And then I
To
went,
see Duke.
well,
I'm
no,
assuming.
they invited me in like March or whatever.
Okay.
And then I went 2 weeks ago to look for apartments.
Oh, yeah. And you haven't found one yet?
No, I have like a few like virtual tours on Monday, Tuesday. My goal is to like sign a lease by the end of this week. My goal is to leave mid-July because I have to start July 26th.
Oh. It's crazy.
Have a going away party July 8th. I will send out invitations Monday.
I'll be there.
Do
Absolutely.
you have
I'll be
work,
there
Jason?
too. July 8th?
It's a Saturday.
Then, yes, I do.
He can come after.
I can come up. I can come after.
We can arrange something.
Yeah.
An after party.
Did you? At what point did you see yourself getting into? I don't even know if I'd call it research. Just that specific type of field, or broadly. I mean, is that what you wanted to do whenever you were younger?
Oh, absolutely not. I would be a fashion designer, then a marine biologist,
I remember that one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then just like
We
an
were there.
environmental scientist. You guys were there. And then I literally only decided cancer after joining the lab and like getting my hands in there.
Hmm.
It was never something that was on my mind like ever.
But you just realized that you were actually pretty good at it, so you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
should
kind of
stick with
killing that
this.
shit. You guys want to read my papers? You can look me up on Google. You don't have to.
You have papers on Google?
I do.
Whoa.
I have 3 papers.
That's cool.
Right?
What are they about?
Cancer.
And
It's like
research.
so we
I'm
publish like our research once we like answer the
Oh.
question basically.
Okay.
I will
That's
not
cool.
read
You've got
those.
publications
but
out
I,
I
believe
don't
you.
expect you guys to read them at
I mean,
all.
even if I did, I wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, but just be
probably.
like,
But I would kind of like to read it, just to be like, what is she
yeah,
up to?
just find me on Google Scholar.
What goes through her brain?
Yeah.
Google Scholar.
Yeah, I have a Google
Whoa.
Scholar account now. It's crazy.
Is that
Moving
like
on
a
up in
higher
the world.
level?
Yeah.
Can you like edit Google?
No.
Anybody can edit Google. You just have to know what
You
you're
have to
doing.
know. You have to be an
Like
expert
Wikipedia.
hacker.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know how to
saying.
hack. Corey, do you know something?
Can't disclose that information at this time. Sorry.
She's
Okay,
the
well,
reason.
your situation is different, so I'm curious about like what you have learned from working just
Cool.
a bunch
Yeah.
of like
Well,
short-lived jobs.
yeah. I was like, the longest job I ever had was like a year and a half. And it was at Starbucks. And I think my life is like not going to my plan at all. And that's honestly been the most rewarding experience of my life. Like, I used to have a plan for literally everything. I wanted everything to go exactly according to it. And not doing that has been really nice for me because I've been going way out of my comfort zone, doing things that I didn't think I'd be doing. I never once thought I'd be good at like working with the public in the sense of a barista sense. And like, it's actually my favorite thing in the world to do. I love working with the public. I love making coffee. I love making those connections every day. So it's like been hard for me to like move on from that because it is so rewarding every day for me. And it's so freeing outside of that too. Because I've met a lot of customers throughout like various coffee shop jobs that I've had where I've like hung out with the customers like outside of that.
Mhm.
And they've like introduced me to things that I never thought I'd like be into. Like, so I don't really know what is next for me. Like, I want to continue being a barista, but like I need to like explore my other options. So I'm just kind of going through the motions right now, just
Cruising.
vibing.
What is it maybe that you think about coffee that kind of creates a bonding experience with you, and I guess in this case it would be the customer, but I mean in the broader sense, just like the community?
I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't really explain that in very good words, but like, I don't know. It's just like there's something about that environment, like with your coworkers even. Every time I'm like working in coffee, all of my coworkers become like my immediate best friends. And they usually stay that way. Like the people that I talk to the most today are people that I've worked with in the coffee industry. And it's like it sounds cheesy to be like my job is actually kind of hard, but it is. Like working for the public with coffee, like people are always like, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. That's true. Don't do that. They're mean. But like just seeing somebody so excited over something so small every day, like literally they order a latte and I make it, and then their immediate reaction after that, like their switch up, is just so funny in a sense, because like people are so excited over this small thing in their day. And so it's like really fun to see that.
Yeah, I've never been like in the chair, so to speak, that you're
Yeah.
in, of like seeing that transformation. I'll bet that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I'll bet it varies a lot with every other person,
Yeah.
I would think. But
Like some people get so excited, they'll be like, here's like last December, maybe November, somebody, I like gave them their coffee. They went through the drive-thru. They came immediately back and handed me $100 bill.
because they were just that good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like just cause like people get so excited about that. Again, such a small aspect of their day, coffee, and they get so like instant serotonin almost. So they like get really happy. And it's like funny because like it's people that you least expect. Like it's people that were like very short, like didn't really want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, here's $100 tip. I'm like, bizarre. And it's so funny to see that. But that's why I really like it. Not the money, because I don't make nearly enough for what I do. But
Yeah.
it's fun. And like that bond that you have with like coworkers specifically in that industry is also amazing. I would not change that for the world.
Yeah. But it's cool that one drink can like create this bond with your coworkers and the people that you're serving. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. You like if you memorize a customer's name and then you come up and you're like, "Hey, Ashley," like just their name, they instantly are so excited. Like they're like never been happier. They're like, "I can't believe you know who I am." And I'm like, "Well, you're
You're
here
here every
5
day,
days a week. Like I see
Yeah.
you every day. I see you more than I see my family." So like I don't know. It's just really cool to like be in
Do you
that.
Do they
like
get really happy
stereotypes?
too whenever you like, do you like the regular? I'm like, oh, you know
Yeah.
what I ordered?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That'd
that's
be cool.
Yeah. Just like knowing that. Like sometimes you can tell by just like a person's voice. Like if they're in a drive-thru, like they order, they're like start to be like, "Hi," and you're like, "Oh, is this blah blah blah? And do you want this?" They're like, "Oh my God, yes!"
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so funny. It's great.
That's so wholesome.
I know.
Yeah, it is. That's really cool.
Yeah. It like I used to be like such a negative person. I feel like like big time hater, and I still get that way. Like I'm not gonna lie, but like after working in that industry and like or this industry, like it's like made me excited to like go to work. Like there's times where I'm like, I hate this, and I would rather do anything else than this, because people do get mad. Like things do happen, but like seeing people excited and like happy that you're doing something for them, regardless if you're getting paid for it or not, it's just like nice.
Yeah. It makes you feel good about yourself, and just like, I don't know, it seems like you're making the right decision by like doing what you're doing in that moment,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could compare it to myself whenever I'm helping out customers and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's really fulfilling a lot of the times.
Yeah. It's like kind of like sounds selfish to be like, I like it when other people are happy because it makes me happy. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I like feeling that sense of reward, that fulfillment, that like I helped somebody
Mm-hmm.
and their day got a little bit better.
Yeah.
This is like the most cheesy thing to say about the coffee industry, but it's so
I
true.
love it.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think once you can see like kind of the ripple effect that you have in the person's day is very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I got invited to a customer's wedding one time.
Whoa.
Did I go? No, I didn't. I was working. But
Yeah.
That's
It was-
crazy.
Should have served them coffee at the wedding.
Yeah.
I catered their wedding,
Yeah.
but just coffee.
Give them a
Yeah.
gift card.
I did actually.
Aw. For free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm an assistant manager at Scooters, so like I kind of just do what I want.
Mhm.
Like
As you
that.
should.
Would you
but-
see yourself as a coffee snob now?
Cool.
Maybe not that word, but just like
Honestly, no. Like
Connoisseur.
I can taste a difference, but I'm not like a snob about it. I'll still drink it. I'll still go to places like that other people like I still drink Dunkin' coffee every now and then. Like it's not
Yeah.
like I'm like no
Yeah.
Dunkin' for me.
yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just had Dunkin' coffee this morning.
What'd you get?
I'm a pretty basic guy.
I'm gonna judge you.
I just got a medium iced
Iced
coffee. I don't like it that sweet, so I got like 3 creams. I got 1 pump of caramel and then 1 sugar.
I don't like it
and
that
that's
sweet.
Like great
Gets
for me.
3 creams.
No.
Cream doesn't
Cream
affect the
yeah, it really
sugar.
doesn't. That's why I got 1 sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that though. I think that's a really good. It's like the 3rd time I've gotten that specific one. I'm like, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like it's just a nice. I like the taste of coffee. I'll drink
Yeah.
coffee black. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like super sweet coffee.
And like
It's like a
another cool
dessert.
thing is like how different places make it. Like I've worked at multiple shops now. Like the different types of coffee, like depending on like where the coffee comes from, like is also really cool. There's like different ways to also prepare coffee depending on what kind of like the way you like the taste of coffee, if that makes sense. Like you don't have to pull espresso shots the same way every time. Well, like at some like fast food establishments you do, but there's like different types of ways to pull shots of espresso to make it taste different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's also really cool.
Yeah, there's nuances that no one else understands
Yeah.
if they don't work in the coffee
Yeah.
industry. Yeah.
Or if they're not like a super big coffee connoisseur.
yeah, there's just complexity about it.
There's just, like,
it's just a cup of coffee, but it's not.
I'm
just
like,
a
no,
cup
I
of coffee."
crafted this.
Yeah, you crafted it exactly.
Yeah.
This is a random question, but I've just been. I don't know. I have my own coffee maker. It's just like a regular, like I put the filter in. It's not even a Keurig. I just pour some
Mhm.
coffee in. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let's say I pour the same amount. Let's say I'm making 2 batches of coffee,
Okay.
right? And I pour the same amount in, same amount of water, but on one of them I hit strong brew. Does that change it at all, or no?
I would have to see a coffee machine, but like stronger usually means they put less water in it so you can get more flavor in it. But if you're doing the same
Okay.
amount of water, then I'm not
yeah.
sure. But does it give you the same? Well, I guess you said it's like a pot, right? It's not like
yeah, it's a pot. Yeah,
Hmm.
make a pot of coffee.
But yeah, usually they put stronger means like they put less water through it so you get more of a coffee flavor.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've
Mm.
come to understand.
Have you guys ever seen The Sopranos?
No.
Or anything?
Like the TV show?
Yeah, I love in that show. Whenever you walk into almost anyone's house, they're always like, "You want some coffee?" Like they just have a pot ready to go. Like everyone just drinks so much coffee.
Yeah.
That's just insane to me.
No.
Is that your dream world?
The Sopranos?
No, just the
It's a
coffee
dark world.
It's a dark world.
Whoa.
I mean, The Sopranos is a dark world. I thought that's what you were
It's
asking.
like an Italian mob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
It's a
dream world.
fake Italian mob. It's not.
That's- yeah.
It's not real. but-
Being surrounded by Italians all day drinking coffee.
and they
couldn't
all drink
imagine.
like the little cups of.
A
Yeah.
night at the Pandors.
Yeah. It's like that's my best case scenario.
Drinking coffee with the mob.
Yeah. The Italian mob?
Yeah, but if you're a
100%.
woman, you'd just be like a pimp at that point because.
Yeah.
or no, you wouldn't be a
pimpin'.
pimp. You'd be like,
I'd be the pimp.
what is it
No, I'm just
called?
kidding.
The pimped. You'd be
A
the
prostitute.
pimp.
A
The
prostitute.
You'd be
pimpette.
the pimp.
The pimpette.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're called.
I don't know. I don't
I'm
think it's
the
called-
girl that they're
prostitute.
pimping out.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I don't prostitute, so
Aggressive.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that.
no. I'd probably get married to one of them, and then they would hate me because that's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
what ends
yeah.
up happening.
Yeah.
But I'd love them regardless.
It's like a Wattpad fanfic.
A what?
Wattpad fan fiction?
What's that?
It's like
Jason.
where people like write fan fiction.
Wattpad? I don't know.
Wappa?
What did you say?
Wattpad.
Oh, Wattpad. Yeah, like the
Oh my God.
this platform.
Yes.
Wattpad.
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
like write fan fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You go on there?
No. I think I had an account. at one point when I was in like 8th grade. I didn't do anything. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was for audiobooks or something. I don't remember why
I know,
why I
like,
got it.
a lot of girls in our like middle school class would get on Wattpad and read One Direction fanfic. I was
on
not
there.
a
I was
One
not reading.
Directioner,
Yeah,
though.
I was not a One Direction girly.
Yeah.
Neither of you guys were?
No.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Nope.
Were you? You
No.
sound like so offended.
No, I'm not offended. I just remember the day when they broke up, and I feel like every single woman in our fucking class
Every single
was
woman in America was heartbroken.
kind of, yeah, but in my
I-
scale at the time was like my class,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Oh
No,
my
not
god,
me.
people are
I
crying."
was like-
"What is going on?"
It was like listening to like Fall Out Boy and like
Oh, okay.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
Not cliche girl B bands, whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
call it.
B bands.
Yeah,
Boy
boy bands, I
bands.
guess. Yeah. But the
but
boys
Fall
are
Out
always
Boy
like, "Ah, ah,
is technically a boy band, kind of.
yeah, I guess.
But like
it's
in a
not-
different
it's a very
sense
different
than like a
sense.
pop
Like the
way.
pop boy band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely different.
So how long have you actually worked with coffee?
Over 3 years.
I was
now.
gonna say. Okay, yeah,
Like 3.5.
You're mastering that craft.
I am.
yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do.
How long after you started just working at? What was the first place you started at?
My first coffee job was Starbucks.
Okay, and then how long after that do you think that you started to be like, I really am getting something out of this? Mine is just like I'm getting paid and I'm like living off this, I guess.
I think it was like 3 or 4 months. And then I started getting like really good at making it. And once I got that down, because Starbucks is really stressful because like you have to memorize all of those recipes. And like people at Starbucks are stingy about like what they order because it is pricier.
Yeah.
But like after I got like the actual logistics of it down, and then I could like focus on like talking to people and not just like I have to make this right, then it kind of like became good. So like probably 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like there's something about it, like whenever you have like a level of comfortability around it, like you kind of feel like you can create it out of like nothing at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of feel like kind of like the master of the craft, kind of what she said, but it feels more like a canvas that you kind of have like a way
Yeah.
that you.
And there's like a lot of people that come in, they're like, I have no idea what I want, but this is kind of like the flavor profile I want, like, or like this is what I typically like in other stuff, like this is the type of drinks that I drink like every day, even if it's not coffee, and then I can like work with that, and then I'm like literally creating something for that specific person, and that's always really fun when somebody has no idea what they want, and then I like make them something and they end up loving it. That's so rewarding because I'm like, I did that, I made that for you.
Do you think you'll always drink coffee?
Yeah,
Hmm.
probably.
But probably because of more of the relationship you have with it, more than like, I love caffeine. I love the energy it gives me and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably. Because
Mm.
because there was like a time before where I was like, I got into the coffee industry because I did love drinking coffee before that. Like I loved making it at home kind of thing, but I wasn't like great at it or anything. I had like just a standard coffee machine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, being a barista sounds kind of fun, you know? And I knew there was a job opening for it because a guy in my speech class, I don't even remember his name, but he changed the trajectory of my life, I guess.
Shout out
But
to him.
yeah, shout out that guy. I had in my speech class, but he's like, "Hey, if you're looking for a job, like we're hiring at Starbucks, we need people really
Mm.
bad." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go see what it's about." And then like, yeah, and then now it's more of like a relationship thing. It's like routine. Like I couldn't imagine breaking that routine. It's not even the caffeine. It's like
Yeah.
it is a part of my day.
Have you been working with coffee ever since you started working with coffee, or did you take a break ever? and do
I took
something
a
else?
break, for like probably like 6 months. I was working at Five Below.
Yeah.
And then I got a job at Just Love, and I was working Five Below and Just Love.
Yeah.
So there was like a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, I went to that place once, and you were there.
Just Love?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It came with
Yeah.
Emmett, right?
Yeah, we were going to see Spider-Man later. It was tasty. It was like I don't drink fancy coffee ever. Like I don't go to like
Yeah.
coffee shops. I go to like Dunkin', or I just make
Yeah.
it myself, or McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just too intimidated about like what to get.
Yeah. It's a big menu.
So, yeah.
There's like a lot
I
of
did
stuff
go to
over
this
there.
one place in downtown Murfreesboro. I don't even know what it was called, but it was some coffee shop.
Red Bicycle?
No, it wasn't that one. It was
Brass Horn?
that one. Yeah.
There you go.
And I got something with like honey in it, and it was really
Mhm.
tasty. But it was the first thing I'd ever had that had that, like, you know, It had like the froth on it, so it has like the
A
design.
latte?
Yeah, I guess it was a latte.
No.
I probably sound so stupid right now.
No.
But yeah, I was like, oh my god, this. I like didn't want to drink it.
Yeah, the little latte art. That's so
Yeah.
fun to do.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
It was really cool though. I mean, I'm sure I could learn it. I guess I
Yeah.
know it's hard, but
I mean, I
to
can
me
do
it
the
looks
basic like
crazy.
little leaf and like the little flower. There are like people
Yeah.
that do these swans and like very
God, I've seen
intricate.
the
Yeah.
swans are
Yeah,
freaking
and I'm like,
cool.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
That shit's intense.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
whipping it out.
yeah, I have. Anyone want some? It's like apple cinnamon moonshine.
I'm gonna let you take a sip,
Yeah,
Okay.
you go first and then
and
we
then
can
we'll
assess the
yeah.
situation. Let me.
It's his jar of piss.
Mm.
He just went apple slice.
It's
with
really
his pick.
tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
You go next.
Yeah. Try some. Shout out to my old coach Sean Scott who made this.
How do you
Okay.
feel? Not bad.
I think the
It's not
cinnamon
bad.
flavor is really good. Like it's
Kind of went off on that.
yeah.
Shit burns.
It does burn, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not like a
It's not uncomfortable.
like an
for
awful
me.
like
Yeah.
God. What is that?
Yeah.
It's like Fireball.
Yeah, but tastes like
That-
higher quality.
Yeah.
Higher
Yeah.
quality
Not bad.
Fireball.
That smacks.
Yeah.
That's
I'll give it
genuine.
an 8
That's
out
the
of
real
10.
shit right there.
Yeah.
You know that was brewed.
This was
in
made in a Tennessee backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a
Oh,
House,
it's
Tennessee.
the real moonshine.
With
Yeah.
an actual apple slice in there.
One time he laughed at me. The guy who made this, he laughed
That's
at
the
me
end
when
of the
I
story.
told him I was drinking I was drinking whiskey the night before, and he was like, "What percentage?" I was like, "I don't know, like 40." And he like laughs. He like chuckled. Like, "Huh, that's nothing." He goes like, "I do like 160 proof, which is like 80," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ!"
It's like, that's rookie numbers. We got to
Yeah.
bump those numbers up.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. But he gives. I don't know. I'm sure he does different flavors, but he'll give it to
What
people as
proof is
gifts.
that?
I don't know. There's
Is
nothing
it
on
just
it.
Everclear?
It's in a, yeah.
It
it's just
tastes
in a-
pretty strong,
Yeah.
but I
yeah,
don't know.
I'm still feeling it.
Yeah,
It like
still feeling it. Oh,
Like
like
the burn
burn?
sensation?
burn. Yeah,
I was
what-
like,
I was like, what is that?
she's drunk.
Yeah,
I'm
she
fucked up.
drank like a sip.
No, you guys, I'm fine. I just meant like I still feel the burn.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Oh man, yeah. You want some more?
Yeah.
Just pass it
One
around
thing
like
about
a
me is I
joint.
love
Yeah.
cinnamon.
We pass around homemade moonshine.
Me and Olivia, because she was here yesterday, and we talked
Mhm.
about weed a lot, because neither of us really smoke that much anymore,
Mhm.
honestly. And she was like, "Oh,
I have both hands on it. It's fine.
you know."
I'm being safe.
But yeah, we talked a lot about weed yesterday. 'Cause I don't really smoke anymore, and I don't know. She didn't sound like that.
No.
To be like,
I was like, that could sound mean, but
Yeah,
no,
no.
I wouldn't. I
don't
wouldn't say
either.
that about her.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody hands me a dab pen, that's pretty much it. That's like the extent of like my weed.
Yeah, I don't know. I used
Like
to do
literally
it a
the only
lot,
times
but
I've ever smoked is like with you guys or with like another friend. I don't really smoke a lot like on my own.
Yeah, you've
Uh.
never been compelled to be like, I need to go buy some weed
No.
for myself.
I'll
I
like
just
have
need-
like a gummy, but even that I don't do.
I
a
need
lot.
to really enhance my cancer research, like brain.
Something tells me I shouldn't do cancer research under the influence of.
Maybe you make a
Anything?
breakthrough.
Yeah, what if you found the answer?
The answer.
The
What if you
answer.
found the answer? What if it finally came to you?
You guys, I think that's funny though. It's like, why can't we solve cancer? Well, there's like so many cancers and like they all work differently, you know? There won't be like one cure to
All
end
of
them all.
When you say there's so many cancers, do you think that it's...
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Right.
No, but I'm wondering, because, I mean, you're in the field, but do you think it's like... Do you have an opinion? I don't know. I've just never thought about this before, but like, do you think that all the cancers that are called cancers should be called cancers, or do you think that... Does this make any sense?
Like, or is
No.
there another word that should be used?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're saying like they're very different. I'm like, okay, if they're different, then what's the line where it's like, okay, this is not a cancer?
Okay,
But
so
it's
there are
close.
like hallmarks that make something like a cancer. So I do think that cancers are cancers. It's just they all have different mechanisms. So like some of the hallmarks are, you know, uncontrolled cell growth. Like they're able to metastasize and move and adhere in different parts of the body, like skipping growth checkpoints, all that stuff. Like that's what makes a cancer a cancer. So, but the thing is, what causes cancer is what makes all the cancers different. Like, Was it a loss of mutation of like a tumor suppressor, a loss of mutation of your cell growth genes? You know, just your cells going awry. Like, that's the problem. There's so
If someone was
We've
on a
reached
journey,
the point in
if
the
someone
night.
was on a journey to get cancer, what would be the easiest way to do it?
how to get cancer tutorial.
Like smoking.
I mean, yeah, smoking,
Is that
like
like a
going outside
common
in the
one?
sun, UV rays, like go to a tanning bed, like something that's gonna
Yeah.
fucking expose and chemically mess up your cells is a great
That's the
way.
shitty thing about the sun. I mean, the sun is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Whoa.
But the sun is
sun.
great for you. Like vitamin D is so fucking good for you.
Right.
It makes you so much happier to get sun.
Right.
But then if you do too much of it,
I
you
mean,
might
but that's
get
anything
cancer.
though. If you get too much of anything, you look like the Among Us character.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
that's right. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
What does it say on it? Does it say?
It
Does it
says
say loser?
Yeah.
On the Among Us one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. This
Yeah.
just came to my brain.
There's
I
like
thought
a-
it was original.
There's like a skin.
Too
that has
bad,
like a,
bitch.
I'm never
poster
original.
on it. No.
No, but yeah, that's anything though. You know, too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah. What's the
Like
best
water.
cancer to have? Do you think?
The-
When I say best, that's like
like if
the
I
best
had
case
to have
scenario.
cancer,
If I had to
which
have
one
cancer.
should I get?
Yeah. What's the easiest one to beat? I mean, I guess it depends on each person.
The easiest one to be probably one that has like really great treatment options.
Yeah.
Which would be
I've heard.
Okay, well another
I've
thing,
heard,
you guys.
I've heard. Well, this would only be for me, but like I've heard that testicular cancer is not that bad.
I wouldn't know.
Well, obviously you wouldn't know because you haven't had it and you never will. But I've heard.
Hey,
from
Hey,
you
that's a
never
bold
know.
assumption.
You never
That's
know
true,
what
that's
I'm gonna
true.
go through.
That's very true.
2023.
But I've heard that it's pretty easy to beat.
I like how you say I've heard.
No, I have not had testicular
I
cancer.
feel like you know something.
What do you know?
I just know a guy who had it and he was like, "Yeah, I just had to get my ball cut off and I feel totally fine now."
I mean, yeah, that's with like any cancer that you can just cut
'Cause-
that body part off
Yeah.
and it hasn't like already spread.
Yeah.
Does their
I mean, that's true.
sperm count go down then?
Probably
I mean,
if they lose a
if
ball.
you
lose
I would
half-
assume.
yeah.
Affable.
I would
But I mean,
assume.
you still make sperm. You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that you guys like make sperm all the time, but we just have X
A
amount of
certain
eggs
amount of eggs, right?
our
Yeah.
entire life, and we've already
Yeah.
lost most of them by the time we hit puberty. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I don't have a. I have a. I'm blank down there.
No, you're good.
I have nothing. I'm a blank slate.
Hey, I'm like
I'm still waiting to.
a Kindle.
Yeah.
But we women, we uterus holders. I just think that's crazy.
That is
It
crazy.
is pretty crazy.
Like, wow.
You ever think about that when you guys like have your periods? You're like, oh my god, like my eggs
I'm losing an egg.
are dying.
I hate to say that.
I miss them.
I miss that.
I hate
Like,
to
what
say
if this
that
was one of my
don't.
favorite eggs?
What if this was a good egg?
Yeah. What if this was like the best one?
I don't think that because I have zero desire to get pregnant, ever. But maybe
don't
some people
know.
get upset.
I'm not emotionally attached to my eggs. I don't like go through my cycle like, oh, she's getting ready to
God
go.
damn it! Please, I hope this is a fucking bad one.
A bad egg.
Yeah.
Oh, but now that you say that, I feel like I'm gonna start spiraling. Like,
Is
was
it
that
Yeah, you need to
like-
get on that now. You need to start thinking about
Yeah.
your future.
the future of my
Well, you
The
need to
future of your eggs.
strategize for your next period and just be like,
Catch them.
yeah, just be like, no, not you. That's the one. You're gone.
How do I pick which egg?
can
You just
figure it
have
out.
to know.
You have- yeah, you
It's
have
like
to
a
know.
sixth sense.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely couldn't tell you because I am not a woman, so I have no.
You haven't heard anything about that?
No, I have not. I'll be honest, I have not. I am no expert
On the menstrual cycle?
on the. I mean, no, I'm not.
It's called the menstrual cycle. You should know
you
everything
guys
everything
about
invented
everything
it. Come
about it.
on.
Yeah.
You guys should know everything.
We invented it.
Yeah. It's
I
like
guess we came up with the name. But
I mean, probably a man
about
named
it. Yeah,
it.
there's no way that a woman came up
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, menstrual. Like, that is so man.
That is so.
That's so man.
So
right there.
So man.
All right, if you could come up with a name for it, what would it be? I'm just curious. Like it'd be something
You
random.
can't put me on the spot like
Yeah, I
that.
Well,
gotta
don't
think.
feel pressure.
Like, whoever came up with menstruating obviously thought about it for a hot minute,
Yeah.
you know? And now here I am.
And
The pussy popper.
I was gonna say pussy problem.
Pussy problem. It has to have alliteration.
Yeah. It's gotta sound more scientific though.
Why?
What?
I don't know. It just should.
Period.
How about
Come on.
blood exalter?
Okay, that
That
sounds
sounds like
more
a
scientific.
side mission to a video game.
Blood Exalter?
Yeah, like something you have to accomplish,
Yeah.
not something that
Yeah,
happens to a
that
person.
sounds like a PS5 achievement, or just a PlayStation achievement, not.
Specifically
PS5
PS5.
specifically.
PS5.
Look
If
at
you have
you,
PS4,
sounding
it doesn't
rich.
fucking apply to you.
Sorry, you know what I'm talking about.
I know you're not a gamer. I've seen your house, apartment.
I have a
I've
Switch.
seen your TV.
No, I always loaf off men for their PlayStations.
You what?
I loaf off men
Oh,
for their
loaf off
PlayStations.
them.
I don't need to buy it.
I've never heard that. The
Loaf.
word
Loaf?
loaf in that way.
Yeah.
Really?
As in like mooch. Like
Yeah.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm interested in
Loaf?
your vocabulary. I've just never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it works.
It
I
does
guess.
though.
It
Like
does
I'm a
work. It
loafer.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm a loafer.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is probably where it comes from.
Yeah. Loafing. Loafing around.
Right.
Don't laugh at me.
Loser, you're just so funny.
I know I'm so funny. I should start my own podcast.
You can.
Just gonna
Why not?
steal your spotlight.
Yeah. I don't have a spotlight to steal, so that's fine. I'd be happy. I'd be really happy for you if you just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd bet you could have some cool like. All right, so today in the lab we were doing this thing, and then someone came in.
Scientific
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, scientific.
Why does it have to be sciencey?
Because you seem like very smart, and you could add a level of like, because you're science headed, and maybe you could teach us people that are
The
not science
commoners.
headed, the commoners, yeah, the peasants. You could
If
teach the
will.
peasants. You could basically translate the language for us, and we could have a better understanding
Making
of
science
the
Like-
science
accessible.
world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Dumb
there's
it
this
down
guy,
for us.
there's this guy Andrew Huberman who's pretty good at that. I've listened to he has a podcast, and he's like a scientist at like, I can't remember. It's like
So how good is he if you can't even?
he's pretty
remember.
good. Remember the school? I want to say it's Harvard, but I don't think it's Harvard. It's Stanford. It's Stanford. He teaches
Ooh,
at Stanford.
Another good one.
Yeah. But you didn't
Those
go there.
Big mamas. I'm not going there. You guys, it's expensive to live in California.
Is that where Stanford is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Stanford, California.
I didn't know that was a city.
It's, yeah. That's why
Oh.
it's called
I was never
Stanford.
that good with like cities and geography. Like,
Do you
did
know
you
what
ever
they are?
memorize like the 50 cities, like the capitals and the
The
state
fif-
songs?
Just 50
No,
Remember
I
that song?
that
Jesus
song did
Christ.
not register in my
Yeah,
brain.
no.
I'm
I
really
think
good with music, but
That
that
one-
was
got,
not
like-
it.
That one's stuck in my head, I think.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. I got like a 5 seconds in, and I was like, I lost
and that's
track.
it,
Yeah, I
yeah.
lost track.
Mm-mm.
Maybe if they, they could have made that way better. If they added like some cool rhythm to it.
I feel like
But it
they
was,
probably
like,
have a better
basic
song
as fuck.
now.
Probably.
You know?
It's probably like a rap.
Yeah, I was about to say it's
Yeah.
It's
literally
probably
probably
some
a rap.
cheesy, corny rap.
It's only some,
and all
like,
the kids
trap
fucking
beat.
hate it. I honestly didn't hate it when it was happening. I mean, I
I
hated
didn't hate it when it was
I hated it.
happening.
it to a point when I was like, I'm not learning any of this. Like, this is not really working with me.
Yeah.
But at first, I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna learn about the states and
Yeah.
stuff. It's cool.
Yeah,
Went really
I love
well for you.
geography.
I mean, to some extent, I think it's cool. In the same way, I think science is.
Oh,
Very
they're
cool.
not on the same plane for me.
No, I know that they kind of are for me because it's like I don't understand a lot about this.
I'm
But
like,
there's
it's
a part of me
cool.
that would really want to, you know.
You like rocks?
It would be useful. Do I like rocks?
Yeah.
Geology.
Yeah.
I took
Um,
that in college.
How
Did you
was
learn
that?
anything?
No.
No.
I did that one through Zoom as well, and it was like a geology lab, and they had to like send me like
God.
this box that I paid way too much money for, where it would have been free, but whatever. And yeah, and I had to like guess what the rock was, but I had no teacher to be like give me guides to be like, so in these type of rocks, this is what it looks like. I literally downloaded this app called Rock Finder or something like that, and I scanned them. I took pictures of them, and I was like, what rock is this? What does this mean? And yeah, I don't remember anything. I had to cheat my way through that class.
Don't remember a single
cheat.
rock.
Yeah.
Don't cheat.
That's the bad thing. Like, there's so much of cheating that I regret doing now because I'm like, that would have been, I wouldn't say useful necessarily, but like, I kind of want to know that now.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
thing that I
like-
cheated on
Oh, you
I know.
or
guys.
something, You ever feel that way?
All the time.
I'm gonna admit it. Never cheated.
Ever.
That's why she's solving
Ever.
Because
cancer.
you're so goddamn smart.
Yeah, I cheated all through college. I only went for 2 years though, so it's not a big deal. Except for accounting, I didn't cheat in that.
Okay,
That
accounting.
unfortunately makes sense to me.
Okay, so
The
that's why you
math,
didn't
the
cheat, because
money.
you were like, this makes sense.
So yeah,
Numbers.
accounting was
Wow.
like good.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you always been good with numbers?
Yeah,
What was your major?
Were you good at math?
Yeah.
Oh.
kind of. Like when I care about it, like
Yeah.
if I like actually gave it my all, like my energy, yeah. I was a business major, but a minor in accounting.
Okay.
Because that's what my mom does. She's like an accountant. So it was
Yeah.
like
Same.
That's
grained
right.
into my brain.
Do you have a favorite? Are you an algebra or a geometry kind of gal? Because I feel like
Algebra.
there's algebra. Yeah. Me too. Geometry's where it fell off
Geometry
for
can
me.
suck
Yeah.
ass,
I was like, I didn't, what?
Angle.
it honestly-
You want me to
side,
tell you
side.
what the
It
shape
kind of
is?
destroyed
Side angle
how I
side.
felt about math, like
Yeah.
that class.
I'd have
Because
to
I used
agree.
to, like, really like enjoy doing math.
Yeah.
when
Y'all
I was
remember
younger.
Miss Stegner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw her the other day.
No way.
Yeah, like a month ago
Where? At Walmart?
at Walmart. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
Do you see a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah,
that you
because
know
Yeah.
at Walmart?
Walmart is the place where everyone is at.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
see
the
a
only
lot of
one in
people.
Smyrna. So like,
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, I saw Miss Stegner like a month ago, and before that, I think the last time I saw her was at Olivia's play, one of her plays that I went to like
And she
2
was
years
there?
ago.
She
She was there.
went?
Yeah, she went to go see Olivia. Yeah,
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's
I
so
guess.
sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
She's kind of a supporter. She
Yeah,
loved
that's
our
crazy.
class for real. I feel like. I remember when we went. What was that, like freshman year of high school? We went and saw Beauty and the Beast at Thurman Francis, and like she was like, she came up to us and
Yeah.
she was like, "Y'all want to hang out? Like, we should hang out sometime." And I
Yeah,
was like,
we were like, what?
"You want us to? You were our middle school math teacher, and you want to
Yeah.
hang out with us? We're 15,
That
16
was like
years
the
old."
most boomer thing ever. I was
Yeah.
like, what? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, like she's like, "We want to go to the movies, like."
Oh, Nicole.
was like,
Oh my god.
Or government.
Yeah, but
person.
whenever I did see her, though, I think she saw me, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell. I'm like, I wonder if they know who I am.
I think
Yeah.
that all the time because I feel like I'm almost not recognizable anymore.
You know,
I unfortunately
the
look
hope.
the exact same.
That
Yeah.
honestly, that is my hope.
that is the hope, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But then the way they look at me, I'm like,
It's like they know
who
it's
I am.
me.
They
Yeah.
know who I am. But
No.
I didn't acknowledge her.
I had a situation like that where I was doing this. I don't know. It was like a panel thing for like these undergrads that I was on, and there was someone in it that I went to high school with, and I was like, she probably doesn't recognize me. It's like fine. She didn't say anything to me the whole like hour and a half, and then I walk out the door with like one of my friends, and she like corners me into a literal corner, and I can't go. And she's like, "You went to Central, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "2019?" And I was like,
It's an interrogation.
Yeah, for real.
and she's
I'd be
like,
scared.
"I think I know you." And I was like, "A small world."
So
And
you
I, like,
stopped me to tell me that you think you know me.
Like, you could have just been like, "Hey, did you go to Central by chance?" Like, or just not said anything at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or a
Um,
wave.
Yeah.
a nice
I didn't need to
wave.
be cornered
Yeah.
in my safe space.
Yeah.
Don't
I mean,
approach me.
That was horrifying. I don't like her either, so.
Oh.
Oh, I don't like most people I went to high school with. I'm trying to think of like one person that I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we all went to different high schools. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Imagine if, I wouldn't be surprised if at one point it is like this, but imagine if at the time that we went to Thurman Francis, it was just, K through 12.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
Ew. I don't want to think about that.
I would
The
have
state-
That'd be
stayed.
nice.
Yeah, I would have
I would have
stayed.
stayed for sure.
I would have. Yes.
I think that would have been really fun.
Going to Stewart's Creek was like one of the worst
Yeah.
things that's ever happened to me. I mean, I guess I could thank it for where I am
hope
today.
not. I feel like
but-
that would be it can't be that bad. I mean, it's just a
It-
public high school.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a
It's not
public
even
high
the high school. It was just like, I don't know. Like, I knew some people there, like Bryce, obviously, and Hannah Wilbanks.
Oh,
Clarity.
yeah.
Sorry. She's married now. But,
Wait, what's her last name now?
Clarity.
Clarity.
Clarity. That's kind of a cool last
Yeah.
name.
It's very heavenly,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Congrats to her for getting married, by the way. That's
Yeah.
really
Woo-hoo.
cool. Yeah.
That was a middle school reunion, sort of. I saw,
Oh, really?
like,
Oh yeah,
three
were other people there?
yeah. I sat beside David Blackburn for the
Oh,
whole,
wow.
like, dinner portion. That was great. Because I was a bridesmaid, so thank God I didn't have to, like, sit in the
Yeah, with
crowd
the
or
common
whatever.
folk.
With the commoners.
With the commoners.
Yeah, but like we had like assigned tables to sit out for dinner, and David sat right beside me, and his like fiance was there, and he was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
he's
so
a
like, how have you
fiance.
been?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That's
It's like,
crazy.
don't- yeah.
I feel like people are
Sitting beside your middle school
going
ex-boyfriend
so
at
fast. That must be so
Yeah.
funny.
yeah at his other ex-girlfriend's wedding.
Yeah.
Bizarre,
Yeah, that whole
bizarre experience.
Yeah.
Not to get into it, I guess, because it's like this is probably interesting to no one. But I'm just curious, like, how does he seem now? Does he seem like a nicer person?
I
What's
don't
the
know.
David Blackburn
Yeah,
to
like I
you?
guess I don't know. He seems more mellow, but like I don't know. He still seems like the same David.
I don't know. I always
Down
wonder
to
about
his
that about
roots.
people that I went to middle
anybody
school with.
grew
I guess,
up
like, I wonder
yet.
what they're like now.
Yeah.
I saw
Most of them
Caleb
I don't
Connor there
know.
too.
Yeah.
He's married.
Wow.
Which is also crazy.
Yeah.
Do you ever see people like that are married that we went to school with, and I'm like, damn, where have I been messing up? Like, what if I was supposed to be married right now?
I
Yeah.
think like the opposite.
Yeah. Well, no, I just have that thought sometimes. I definitely don't stick to it that long, but
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a substantial amount of people that
So
are my
many
age that are married now, and I'm like,
About to
huh.
pop out kids too.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, like 3 years ago, I thought I would be married by this time. I was like, I'm gonna be
Really?
just like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, then life happened, and then I'm not, and I'm
think
so
it's-
glad
yeah,
because like
yeah,
being
yeah,
married
yeah.
this young, like people that can do it, really happy
Props
for
to
them,
them.
but like I could not.
I don't think.
It's like
Yeah.
I just don't have that in me. That's such a scary thing, like being married.
Because I
So
don't know who
terrifying
I'm
to
going
me.
to be in like next year. You know,
I
like
know.
committing to someone right now.
No.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That's like the most commitment ever.
Yeah.
That's
Because like if
most
I got
commitment
divorced,
ever.
I would
I mean, it's like-
actually like
It
blow
really
my
is.
brains
I
out.
Yeah.
know that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so expensive.
I was like, somebody
But
being
just
like,
imagine the commitment of being like, you're the person that
I'm saying
is
the
either gonna
rest
watch
of
me
my
die
life.
or I'm gonna watch you die.
Ooh, I
Like,
want to
that's
die
like the
first.
heaviest
oh
commitment.
my god, yeah.
I've
I
already
wanna die
decided that
first.
I'm dying first.
Everybody wants to die first.
I don't.
And that's.
I think. I
But I
think
don't know actually. I
my
don't know
future
if I
partner
do.
can go on without me, but actually, I don't want future partner to go without me. Future partner, if you're watching
Everyone's
this, you're
most people are
not
like,
allowed.
I want to die on the exact same day.
No, I want them
Don't
to suffer.
steal my spotlight. I want to die alone. Like I want to like have my moment. You can't
You
die
wanna
the
die
same
alone?
day as me.
You want them to die first.
I don't think I ever honestly get married. I don't think that's in the cards.
No long term.
No. Maybe somebody will change my mind, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
You never know. A lot can happen.
What can happen?
I don't know. I mean, I've been in a relationship now for like 7-8 months, but the concept is very strange to me. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
it seems very hard to like imagine this. I guess nothing to do with the person. Just
It's
like
just like the
the concept.
roots of
Yeah.
Yeah.
marriage. It's just
Yeah.
so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, I could maybe see this, but
It's crazy.
Pretty scary.
Yeah. I've literally only had that marriage thought like once, and then
Yeah. Never
Yeah.
since then.
no.
Well, I guess that would make sense then. It's been like what, like 3 years since you thought that? I guess 3,
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then a kid on top of that.
I would never
That's-
have that. Regardless, married or not, a kid's so scary.
Kids are scary. That's a
They're
whole
scary,
life.
but they're pretty cute.
They are
Yeah.
very cute. And I love pregnant women.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I really like the idea of kids about kind of like, I don't know, just like whenever you're around them, you kind of like not relearn, but you kind of like can see through their eyes. And like, wow, that
Yeah.
is really cool. I just
Yeah.
kind of forgot how cool that thing was because I've seen
Yeah.
it so many times.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
yeah,
kids are so funny.
I like that really healing kind of aspect about them,
Yeah.
and they are pretty funny.
They just do the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this, and they just like fall.
Yeah.
It's like okay,
They'll
that's
just
so
like hit
cool.
their head, and people will laugh, and they'll just like. They'll just like hurt themselves and like look at this.
They're like,
Start cutting
"Watch."
themselves, just like
Whoa.
I'm just exaggerating, but
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah,
the
but that
point.
was a crazy exaggeration. You
Yeah.
could have gone anywhere.
I didn't even
bro.
mean in a suicidal way. Just like, look at me, I'm hurting
yeah, but
myself.
you said that, and yeah,
Yeah, they'll literally like fully run into a wall, like
Yeah.
head first. And they're like,
they're so.
"Did you like
funny.
that?
you like
Do you
it?"
want me to do it again? Watch this."
Like that's like funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's why I would That's
They're so much fun, but they're also so awful.
a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
all the
And you
time.
kind of like have to sacrifice like your whole self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot to give up.
Yeah.
Having
It is a lot to give up.
freedom.
Watching my
Yeah.
brother grow up was like enough for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially
that's
as, like
cool.
an elder sibling, you're also like
Yeah.
a mini parent.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yep. Yeah. So like I'm like the cool sibling, and then I let my like the cool aunt almost with my brother. I just let him do whatever, and I'm like, you could tell me anything,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like that's fun for me, and like watching him be like, don't tell mom, and he's like doing something outrageous. I'm like, yeah, he's cool. He can vibe.
How old is he now?
15.
He's same age as my brother.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was older.
I forget.
No,
you
didn't
have
they play
so many
soccer together?
siblings.
One time.
Yeah. Well, they were on different teams,
But,
I
like,
think, but
in the
yes,
same-
They had played the same game.
Yeah.
I think my brother's team beat you guys, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
He definitely
That
did.
was
Let's just say he
definitely
did,
like
yeah.
probably 10 years ago.
Sports drama.
Yeah.
10 years ago?
No, that's dramatic, but probably like 7.
Did you always? I'm assuming it's a no, but did you always see yourself as the older sister? And like, if not, like, when did you kind of start to see yourself as like, wow, I'm like, whatever I say has a lot of impact on like this kid.
I think honestly, this sounds crazy. It wasn't until he was like 7 that I was like, damn, like he like does things that I do. Like he was
Yeah.
watching everything that I'm doing, and he's like taking it in. It's like, this is how you become like a human.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I obviously don't know. I didn't have like an older sibling growing up, so like I don't know who I really got that from. Like I guess I just looked at my parents more than anything, and then like peers.
Yeah.
But like I know my brother literally does things that I do because he saw me do it. So I was like, you're a younger sibling, so like did you like watch things that your brother did, and then you're like, you did that thing, or like
yeah, basically.
like
He
yeah
was my rock.
yeah. And then, yeah, like when he was like 7, I started to notice that. And I was like, he's like paying attention to the things that I do. And his little brain is
Yeah.
forming ideas.
Oh,
Yeah.
little brain.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever get overwhelmed by like the pressure of that?
Oh, yeah. 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 When I was like his age, like 15, and he was like 10, 9, or whatever, like I was like, I have to be like a good example. But now I'm at the point where he's 15 and I'm 22, and I'm like, you gotta figure it out, bud. Like, you can
Mhm.
watch me, but I'm not gonna hold it back for you anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, he's in high school now, so like,
He's learning.
yeah, he's finding his own way through things.
Yeah.
Rebellion.
Yeah, he's definitely getting there.
I feel like I kind of never even thought about it, even though I am an older brother to like 2 of my siblings,
Mhm.
technically, but I just never thought about it because I was just looking at my older brother like the whole
Mhm.
time. But I feel like the pressure of like, I can't mess up because it's not even just about me
Yeah,
is, I don't know,
no.
scary.
Yeah. But like if I mess up, it like didn't make as big of a deal to me, because then like in the sense that I would just take the blame for everything. Like I try to let my brother get little to no blame for pretty much any situation, whatever. Like so I would hope sees me as like at least a little bit of like a protector in
Mm.
that sense alone.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know. I had a rough time growing up, so I'm like really just trying making sure that he didn't have that same
Yeah.
experience.
He wants to be better for
Yeah.
him.
No. Absolutely.
Such a good sister.
Thanks.
Yeah, really.
Preach.
I'm giving you the brownie points.
Hell yeah.
He was always fun whenever I'd see him.
My brother's
Like-
a little monster.
Little-
but
Yeah.
he's fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I never got weirded out by like, because I mean, he wasn't the only little brother I guess that I knew. Because like, like he'd just hang out with us, or like he would not just hang out, but he'd like peek.
Yeah.
Like he'd spy on us.
Yeah, he'd be
And
like,
some people,
What are
some
y'all
people
doing?
are like, that kid's a freak. Like, what is he doing? I'm like, he's just being
That's
a
so
little
little
brother.
brother.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that about my little brother, and I'm like, this is totally normal.
yeah, this is what they do.
Yeah, like it's just normal.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably did that shit as a little sister.
Oh yeah, I did that.
But it's
for
hard
sure.
to explain that to like people that don't
Don't
have
have
siblings.
Now,
They're
people
like,
that are only children is crazy to me.
I'd have to agree.
Because I feel like you miss
Yeah.
out a lot. Not like
I think-
developmentally, but just like
I think
No, developmentally, yeah.
Yeah, in some ways, but I wouldn't say that they're lacking in some ways. Like obviously they fully form
Yeah, they're
to,
fully
like, a
functioning, but
person.
there's like small like nuances of things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're like a disgrace to society, but
Yeah.
get rid of
they are. But
Get
get rid of
rid
all
of
of them.
only
Maybe
children.
only children are lesser than.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I may agree, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for them, I guess. But I had a big family. I guess, did you just have one sibling? Or
So I have 2 brothers.
okay.
The one that everyone knows about, and the one no one knows about. 'Cause he lived in Canada. Yeah.
Does he still live in Canada?
He's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
You
I
said
ask?
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we can
'cause
have a
I-
story time.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Okay.
good. It's been almost 2 years. We're good.
Okay.
Actually, really funny story.
How
I'm
old
gonna
was
start.
he?
So he's my oldest brother. So he is 11 years older than I am.
Okay.
So he's 23.
Still very young.
How old do you think I
23?
am?
I mean 33. My bad. My
God
bad.
damn! I just turned 12.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
So it was July 2nd of 2021.
Okay.
I get a text from my mom, and she's like, "Hey, whenever you have time, stop by." And I was like, I wasn't thinking anything because it's a very normal text from her.
Mhm.
So I was like, I was on my way to work anyway. And I was like, she lives 2 minutes away. I'll
Okay.
stop by. Oh, okay.
Okay. Lisa?
I still feel the burn.
I still feel them.
Actually, no, I don't feel the burn. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, so I get to her, and I don't even remember how she said it, but she was like, your brother died.
Mm.
And I was like, what? Also, why would you tell me this before I'm going to work?
Yeah.
You
Very
know?
casual.
But at this point, like, no one had known what was happening because my dad called her, but he was, like, sobbing the whole time. And, like, there was no story about what happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just left to deal with those emotions and then go to work and babysit kids for the next, like, 5 hours. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
But anyway, what had happened was he was just, like, going over to, like, a friend's house in, like, an apartment complex. It was really just, like, wrong place, wrong time kind of thing.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, like, a drive-by shooting, and, like, he
Oh,
got
that's
shot.
horrible.
He was unfortunately the
Wow.
only person that died. Everyone else was just, like, injured.
Yeah.
Where was this?
In Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, she's in Canada. He has a daughter.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's really-
Yeah.
yeah, that's really sad.
She's so cute, though.
Does she also live in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him, and I think his mom lives in Canada. So we have different moms,
but the same.
but same dad.
Gotcha.
And my brother that you guys know, same mom, different dad. Very confusing
Uh-huh.
family.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh.
But yeah, that's him.
Did you know him?
Sure.
Yeah, we were, like-
well, growing up.
So I knew him, like, when we were in Jamaica for, like, 4 years.
Hmm.
But then when we left, like, I didn't see him. But he would still, like, talk to me. Like, he'd text me, like, email me and all that. So we still had, like, communication. But it wasn't as close as my, like, other brother.
Yeah.
You know.
I have, this is kind of off topic, but not. But like, how, if you're comfortable, obviously saying that, how often do you talk to your dad?
Never. I was actually talking about this earlier because, I don't know, it came up. He was like, I don't even know anything about you. And I was like, I could tell you anything. So, like, when I left Jamaica, I literally haven't, like, really spoken to my dad ever. He, like, talks to my mom, but for some reason, like, they just talk to me. And, which is fine. Like, he hasn't, like, supported me and my mom in, like, any way in
Yeah.
raising me. So, like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
It's, like, really weird because, like, for my graduation, I've never met anyone on my dad's side minus my grandma. I love her, though. She calls me, like, every holiday, calls me, tells me, hey, I love her. He does not. But, so, I met, like, 2 of my uncles of my dad's brothers.
Yeah.
And it was, like, so weird because
For the first time?
First time. I've never seen these
At your
men.
graduation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know they existed.
They just showed up?
Yeah, I'm guessing my mom knew.
Yeah.
Did
I
they give
didn't
you
know.
a
They give me
present?
money.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Well, one of them gave me $20, and he's rich. And I was like, bro, if you don't cough up some more,
It's like,
but it's fine. It's
been
fine.
The reason I ask is because, like, my biological father, I've literally never talked to. He's never reached out, and I've never reached
You know, it's
out.
weird. So my mom had surgery last month, and he was calling her, and she was like, in the bed rotting. So I answered it, and he had no idea who I was.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I'm your little child. I'm your only living child also.
Wow.
Like, I feel like you should care a little more. And then he told my mom that the only reason he never supported me was because of her, which makes zero sense. I found out recently that my mom actually offered to file paperwork for him so he could come here and like help support me.
Yeah.
And he said no.
Huh.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's really weird.
No.
So he seems like someone who was never really mature enough to have kids, probably.
No, it's probably why he had kids like 12 years
Like he
apart.
wasn't able to make the sacrifice, is what I'm saying. What
No,
we're talking about.
not at all.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, my biological father has like a ton of kids. Like I have a ton of half siblings out
that's
there that
right.
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Know about, yeah.
Yeah. I know like of 3. Like I've heard their names in conversation, but that's the extent of that. I was like, but
Deadbeat dads.
ooh. Yeah.
Do you still like resent him?
I don't resent him because I don't really care enough anymore. Like when I was like in late middle school, early high school, like I don't know what happened, but like I think it was just like hormones, puberty, like
Yeah.
puberty. It sounded weird coming out of my mouth.
Puberty.
Yeah. But like I don't know, like I was really upset. I was like, wow, like my own dad didn't want me. Like this
Yeah.
fucking sucks. But then like I got over it because I did have like a father figure present for a majority of my life. So
Yeah.
that's really what matters to me, not the fact that my biological father was ever there, because whatever. Like, it did affect me at some point, but I genuinely don't care now, like, at all.
Was there ever a point that you thought about, like, trying to find him?
Yeah, because he, like, lives in Manchester. Like, he doesn't live
wow.
that far away.
Oh.
But I thought about trying to find him in that period where I was like, what the fuck? Like, this
In, like,
really
middle school?
sucks. Early high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I was like, why would I go out of my way to find somebody that couldn't care less where I was? So I, like,
You're
just kind
not
of...
the adult in
Yeah,
this
it,
situation,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be your
you know?
job.
Yeah, I was like, I thought about, like, going and being, like, chewing him out and ripping him a new one and being like, what the fuck? But,
Okay.
like, I don't know. I didn't
Not
care
worth
enough.
Your energy.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he's in, like a hard, like, heavy metal band. So I thought about just,
Oh.
like, showing up to his,
What
like,
is called?
gig, being
Yeah.
like, fuck you.
Hey,
But-
surprise.
Do you know where you fall in the? Because you have a lot of half siblings.
Like, pretty much the middle. Like,
Okay.
there was some that were older than me. Like, there was, like, I think one of his siblings, or one of his kids, one of my half siblings, was at my birth, and I think he was 12. And then there was, like, another girl, there was a 7. So I have a couple that are older than me, but I know he's had kids since I've been born.
Mm.
That's really messy.
Yeah. One of them, this is really funny, one of them is my cousin. He had a kid with my mom's sister.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
then, yes,
He didn't
and then, no, I think they knew. I don't know, though. I don't
Wait,
know.
wait. So
I never asked any
your
details.
half sibling.
One of my half siblings is my cousin.
Okay. And he.
So she's older than me
Married-
by like a year and a
Was
half.
she married her.
They
your
weren't married.
mom, or she had a kid with your mom's.
Sister. He had.
So
had a
he
kid with
Okay.
mom's
slept with
sister.
my mom's sister.
Gotcha.
They had her oldest daughter. Then a year and a half later, he slept with my mom, and then she had me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Does mom know?
Yeah, she told
I
me.
would assume.
But my
I
cousin
would hope
doesn't
so.
know.
Yeah.
She does not know. And I always think about telling her that every time I see her.
Surprise.
I'm like, do you
We're
know
a
that
lot
we're
more
actually...
related than you think?
We're doubly related.
Yeah.
We're related squared.
Yeah.
But
oh
like,
my god.
no. I can't... I'm waiting until my family falls apart, if
To
that ever
drop the
happens,
news.
to be like, boom,
By the way,
here's some information that you didn't know.
No,
Mhm.
that's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Small podunk town. And that's what happens.
Everyone's just sleeping with everyone.
Yep. I guess so.
Like, oh, so where's your mom from?
Manchester.
Oh, is that a small town?
Kinda.
Oh, I thought it was big because I just know
Like
the name.
Bonnaroo.
I thought it was like a big city.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnaroo's there.
Yeah, but
I think it's
more
because it's a
people
small
go to
town.
Bonnaroo than
Than-
live in that city.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like almost-
Okay.
Like way over double.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw you were at Bonnaroo,
It was.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you have
There were a
fun?
lot more
Yes.
people at Bonnaroo than I thought.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
people
sold
that I
out this
know.
year too. It was like insane. Like I went last year in 2022 and I had a lot of fun. I didn't camp that year, but it was like a lot of people didn't go because they thought it might get canceled again because it was canceled this 2 years before that,
Yeah.
like in a row. So that was really nice, but this year it was like packed. Like
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun.
What was the experience like?
It's so I'm just a music festival connoisseur in general. I love concerts a lot, like I really do, but there's something about music festivals where you literally go, you see one of your favorite bands and then you walk away and then you go see immediately another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like in the constant motion of it all. And you can get like significantly closer to bands that you like at a music festival than in a concert. Like if you go to their personal concert, you usually have to wait, like get there really early, stand there for a couple of hours, like kind of thing. But like at a music festival, if you go like 30 minutes before they go on, you're set. Like you're going to be kind of close. So it's just really fun. I love everything about that. Even the camping wasn't that bad. That was actually really fun in its own separate experience. Because then they also have like this other part of Bonnaroo that's called Where in the Woods. And it's like not in the center part where all the concerts are. This happens pretty much at night. And they have like a bunch of EDM sets. They have like hammocks hanging up everywhere that you can just kind of hang out in. They have like all of these little like interactive stuff that you can do. It's super fun. I think everybody should go at least once.
I do want to go.
At least for a day.
Yeah, I don't think I would go. I don't think I commit to 4 days yet.
For a day.
I would go for a day though.
But I would also camp. I would camp for a night because I like.
Oh my
camping
god,
anyways,
the
but-
gang goes to Bonnaroo next year.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that, like on people bring totems, like with flags or like just like crazy things, and a lot of them always say the gang goes to Bonnaroo.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a thing.
yeah, because it's like it's always sunny in Philadelphia reference. Like that's the
Okay.
title of all of their episodes is like the gang does blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So like a lot of people
yeah.
will be like the gang goes to Bonnaroo. It's really
Hmm.
fun though. Very 10 out of 10 experience, I would say.
Did you take any like acid or anything? I feel like
Yeah,
people do
what about
that
the
there.
drug
No, I
culture?
no. A lot of people, more than anything, I think smoke weed and like do Molly.
Yeah, Molly's probably a big
yeah,
one.
Molly's
especially
a
with
big
EDM
one.
stuff.
I thought about it. I only did like coke
Yeah.
every now and then, just to kind of like at the end of the night when you're like exhausted and you are supposed to be there for like 4 more hours, like watching shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was done for. I had to like do something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't get crazy because it's so easy to like pass out just from heat alone. And then like you're walking like miles in a day from like stage to campground to like
Mhm.
all over. Yeah. You have to stay hydrated. And like kind of like, I know like a lot of people will do like a ton of drugs pretty much from the time that they arrive to
Yeah.
the time that they
Or on
leave.
the way there.
Yeah. Like, and
Just
that's,
prepping.
kudos to them. Like, if they can do that and then not pass out and not get sick for those 4 or 5 days, that's insane. Like, I could not be me. Because I was, like, getting hot. And, like, the only thing I was doing was, like, drinking. And I was,
Yeah.
like, on the verge of death
Yeah.
sometimes.
Was it really hot there?
It's, like, it was humid. It was a lot
Uh,
worse
it was, like,
last
supposed
year.
to, like, rain at some point, right?
Yeah. Like last year in 2022, I had a heat stroke on my first day.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because it was like over 90
happened?
degrees. It was just like so hot.
Body
And then
heat?
you're walking around and then you're
Yeah.
dehydrated. And then I just fainted. And like, yeah. And then I had a horrible headache. Worst experience of my life.
But you didn't go to the hospital. Did you just like drink some
No,
water?
I went home and then I just like drank water and I rested and I literally just slept for like the whole, like, because that was Thursday that happened. And then Friday I didn't go at all. And I just like slept all day. And then I went back Saturday and Sunday.
When you say home, you mean like you drove back to
Yeah.
your house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like back to the tent. And
No.
just, like, slept in the tent for,
Yeah,
like,
some people do that. Like if they like get sick, they don't
Yeah.
they can't go home. They live in a different state, so they just have to like
Yeah.
rock it out at the campground.
I know
Yeah.
Bonner is a big thing, but it's like really crazy to think that like people that don't live in Tennessee
Yeah,
are
they get
flying
surprised.
here.
I was like, yeah, I live like 30 minutes away, 45 minutes
Yeah.
away, and they're like, what?
Yeah,
That's-
Other people live
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm actually was born like 15 minutes away in a hospital in this city. And they were
Mm.
like,
You're like
The-
the most Bonnaroo in
Yeah.
Bonnaroo person.
yeah, I was like, my mom went to Bonnaroo. And they were like, no way.
How
I
long
was
has
like,
it
yeah,
been-
she worked it.
How long has it been going for?
It actually started as something called Ichiku in like the 90s.
Huh.
And then that stopped. And then I think the first Bonnaroo was like 2005, maybe.
Okay.
So a decent amount of time.
Sick.
I wouldn't be surprised if at one point I go for like a day because it is like not far away. I don't have to.
It's like
Deal
right
with, like,
there.
I don't have to deal with the. It's not that big of a sacrifice. I have to. Oh, I'm just gonna go home. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna drive
Yeah,
for a
you can
half
just sleep
hour.
whenever.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to Nashville a good amount, so it's like the same amount of driving, pretty much.
I'm gonna go. I feel like I should go.
Huh?
What
I feel
kind
like
of
I should
music
go.
do you listen to?
I listen to like anything, except like a lot of country music.
Country's a big one. Yeah, country's a big one. People are like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like, I can't do it. But everything else, no, I fuck with it. Heavy.
Do you like lyrical music? Like, what do you
I'm a vibe
focus-
girl.
Okay, so
Like
it's more like
100%. I
like
could listen to anything
the
if
beat
it's
has
like,
to hit you, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what they're saying.
Yeah.
If the beat's good, I can bop my head to it. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, your body kind of like meshes, and your mind kind of meshes with like the harmony or melody of the music, I guess. And it kind of like, I don't know. It's such a weird art form, I guess, that someone's able
Music?
to create that. Yeah, just someone able to create something that's so relatable, I guess. That's how it feels when you're listening to it. Just even if
Like they
even if there's
understand.
even if there's no, if it's like classical music, just like piano or something, like wow, this
like
is so.
Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, it's like this is so beautiful, but like, why is it?
Why is it beautiful?
Yeah, there's just like notes.
Yeah,
being
and like
played.
it's crazy that like you can hear something and like you love it and it like makes perfect sense to you. Not even the lyrics, but just like the feeling that you get, like you
Mhm.
were saying. But then somebody else and they're like, "What? I hate this."
Yeah,
They're like,
That
"I
is
don't
actually
get
crazy.
this." That is so yeah.
Like, why don't
You're
you
hearing
like
the
it?
exact same thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, I guess that's just opinions, but like it's so
Yeah.
crazy to me.
I asked Olivia yesterday. I was just asked her a basic question because she's, an artist and she just got her degree in fine arts.
Yeah, big fat
And
ass.
I was like, what is art? And then she's like, well, it's really subjective, and I don't know. I was thinking about this today. I was like, I need to ask her this question again because I was not satisfied with her answer. Because she was like, well, I can't really explain it. It's just really, really subjective. And I was like, that is true.
I
But-
think art is an expression of the inner mechanisms of a mind. Final answer.
I think that's pretty good. I think
Yeah.
that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I was like,
I like that.
art in like the broad sense, or like art in like music, or art in like painting, or
I was
like,
talking more about the broad sense.
I don't know. Art is subjective.
Yeah.
period.
In the final
End of
answer. No, I'm
story.
just kidding. But like, I don't know. Art is to me is like stuff that makes you feel. I wouldn't say any emotion because like if you look at something and you don't like how it looks, like you're feeling an emotion,
an
but that doesn't
emotion.
feel like art to you.
Yeah.
It's like something that like you can resonate with. I feel like
Yeah.
more than anything. Like something that like you see and like or hear and then you personally have a connection with it. Cuz art can be a person even, I feel like. Like you can see somebody and be like that is a work of art.
Yeah. I think that about a lot of people, though. I think to
Yeah.
some extent,
yeah.
just people are just so.
I feel
weird
like you
and
say it in like
different.
a derogatory way.
Mm-mm. I mean, I don't think so. I
No.
hope not. I just like to see different types of people. I think they're really
That's
cool.
fair.
I think they're cool.
Dude, they're so cool. Like,
Oh, you see Walmart people, yeah.
yeah, I see people all day.
People of Walmart.
Yeah. I see so many different types of people.
That's
And I
crazy.
feel like it just, I don't know, I feel like it just like kind of enhances my view of like what the world is. Because
This Walmart in Smyrna.
yeah, just
I mean, yeah.
Enhances your
Walmart
worldview.
that I just happen to work at. I mean, I'd probably say the same thing if I just worked at a small, like, little neighborhood
Yeah.
one. But I don't know. I also learned that people are just generally so much nicer than you think they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just kind of understanding. I think I've
Yeah.
had, like, maybe a few, like, 3, like, kind of bad interactions, and that's it. Out of, like, the hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands that I've had. I really
Yeah.
don't know. I've had a lot over the 5 years or whatever. But I don't know. It is very wholesome to me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. That's art
I'm
to
not
me.
for the people.
Art is working at Walmart.
Art
okay,
is Walmart.
Yeah. Hey.
If you work at Publix, it doesn't
Little
apply to
blue
you.
vest.
Yeah, no, Publix is not the same.
Oh, y'all hate
I don't
Pub-
even wear my vest.
You don't have to wear the
When I'm
vest?
on the floor. You're supposed to.
Do you at least have your name tag on?
Nope.
Okay.
I choose not
How
to.
are they going to identify you?
They just know. A lot of people know who I am.
All
Yeah.
the customers at Walmart
A
just
lot
know.
of them know who I am.
There's
Yeah.
no Jason.
A lot of them will come up to me because they're like, "Hey, you're the one that actually like
Knows.
goes in the back
Oh, you check
to
for
get
them?
something." Of course I do.
I mean-
Earlier,
Employee.
earlier today, I had to. There was a guy who wanted lime chili ramen in the cup.
Lime chili ramen.
Did
Very
you not know that was a
specific.
thing?
I did not know that was a thing.
Yes,
No.
there is shrimp ramen.
I know
There
there's
is
shrimp ramen.
there's shrimp ramen. Well,
I know
it's
there's
it's
beef
it's well
and
it's
chicken.
there's shrimp ramen. There's lime shrimp ramen, and there's lime chili with shrimp ramen.
I
There's
didn't
like
know the
the,
last two
the
existed.
3 that would be in the shrimp family, I guess.
The shrimp
The
thing.
But anyways, this guy was asking me about it, and I remember earlier that day I was in the back and I was doing a bunch of stuff in the back room and like kind of inventory stuff to see like what's gonna go out on the floor, and I saw a bunch of. I remember seeing them in the back. I saw a bunch of them, and I was like, "Yeah, I know we have them, but there's none out here," which is weird. So then I went there because he's like, "I want 6 of them," so I went back there to get like 6. There's this one guy I know. I know he plays poker. I talked to him once, but whenever he comes in, I know he likes the Crystal Geyser water a lot, like the gallons of Crystal
Mhm.
Geyser. And then when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, you looking for the Crystal Geyser? Like, let me see if I can find it for you." He's like, "How did you know?" I don't know. I just
That's
remember,
bizarre.
you know,
Such a specific thing to.
yeah,
Yeah,
to
their
get at
water
Walmart.
order.
you know. But I don't. But I just remembered like where I'd seen that ramen in the back earlier, and I was like, "Yeah, I know we have some of it. I just don't know why there's none here right
on the
now."
floor.
So I just grabbed like a bunch of it, and I was like,
Did you
just gave
stock
him
it?
how many he wanted. I did. I did stock it.
Really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give him a raise.
I feel
Sam
like
Walt.
going to the back to look for stuff, because I did that at Five Below a lot. Like, it takes up time in your shift. I will do that every single time. At least, even if I know it's not back there, I'll be like, yeah, I'll go look. Stand
You
back
just
there.
like pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was like. Plus, one time when I worked at Five Below, this kid was looking for like a very specific squishmallow, and it wasn't on the floor because we did like these big releases, and it was like a big deal. Like, we put them out on Sundays, like specific Sundays. There was always like a huge email thing. There was like, we're gonna have like a squishmallow release, and like,
There was
this-
that much stuff about Squishmallows
Yes.
specifically. Jesus
Squishmallows were
Christ.
like when they first came out.
I mean,
like,
they
the
were banging.
hits.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's the new thing."
Yeah. But he was like, do you have like the star one from this series? And it wasn't on the floor, and I was like, I don't think so, but I'll go look. And I like went in the back and I looked, and I found one box of it, and like I went and I gave him one, and I've never seen a kid so happy in my life over a squishmallow, and it was like truly rewarding.
Yeah, and you get to make
That's
their
cute.
day.
I know. I was like,
Like the fact that you can take part in that.
yeah. I was like, because
So
imagine if I
nice.
didn't have it. Imagine if I went
Yeah.
back to that and I was
Heartbroken.
like, no, I'm so sorry. He probably would have started crying. And then what? Would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Ruined it.
You'd find it one day.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like same with you when it comes to coffee. I can kind of see my place in it all, just because I've worked there long enough and I am comfortable enough to kind of see, like, the level of abstraction that I am in like the whole sphere of like life, I guess, or the people's lives that are coming there. And then I can, I don't know, make an impact, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
It is nice. Like sometimes I'll, like, I don't know. I remember one time I was helping this woman and she was like her son was coming into town for something. Then she hadn't seen him in like years.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I really want to make him like this green bean casserole. And then I went to get her some green beans. She was like, oh my God, I get to make him this green bean casserole. He used to love this when he was younger. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I'm a part of this right
Yeah.
now.
You changed the story.
Yeah. And it's very crazy.
Yeah.
It is very rewarding.
Yeah. It's just like so bizarre that like seriously like little things like that like genuinely change people's like day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always just cool.
Yeah, I guess that to me was another realization of like people are like more open-minded and like nicer than I kind of expected them to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just didn't expect to see like that level of like joy with something so small.
Mm-hmm.
Like just even if they did feel it, I wouldn't expect them to like display it for me,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. This is odd. I guess, but you don't have any interaction with people except for your coworkers, I guess you call it.
I didn't start doing research full time until like the past couple months. I worked after I quit dance and working at Miss Kroger Pharmacy. I'm not having
I remember that.
great people interactions, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
relate to this. I just get yelled at by old white people.
Yeah.
No one's smiling at me usually.
I would be really nervous though working in a pharmacy setting because I would feel a lot of pressure to get, because if I get something that they need wrong, like they could die.
The
Like
good
their
thing
life
is,
is in my
though,
hands to
is,
some
like,
extent.
After everything, there's always like a pharmacist checkpoint. So after you type the prescription, it goes to the pharmacist. After you count the prescription, it goes to the pharmacist. Like, you can fuck things up if you have a shitty pharmacist, but like,
Yeah.
It's getting double checked.
it's like there's a lot of checkpoints, you know.
That
So
makes me feel a little better.
yeah, there's always anxiety. Like, wonder how many pills I put in there. You know? Yeah, sometimes you lose count.
Yeah, like what if there's like 200 pills?
Okay,
You're like-
if it's written for 90, I don't think you're putting 200 in there.
You never know.
Well, no, but what if it's written for 200 is what I'm saying. Like, that's a lot
We
of...
have a
There's a little tray thing.
yeah,
Right?
we have a robot
seen that
can
on
count
TikTok.
bigger bottle. Like,
It's like the same concept as like the money counter thing. Like it's like
no. So you
concept
just, like,
wise. I'm just
dump
saying.
them on. You scan the bottle and you dump them on there, and it like
Yeah.
recognizes and it just counts each little pill and tells you how many's
That's
on it.
weird.
You can just. Like,
But it does it by weight, I'm assuming. Like it
No,
scans the
it's like-
bottle and
it
then
does it by. It counts. There's like a camera at the top,
okay.
so it like
Okay.
it knows. You have to like train it how to count every bottle, but someone's already done that.
Wow. That's cool, actually.
But yeah, it's pretty.
That's
It's pretty.
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So if there is
Mm.
200, I'm not taking there counting 200. I don't trust myself. It's getting onto the icon. That's what it's called.
But you do like the smaller ones, because it's like, why would you?
I
use the
count
machine for
anything
this?
under 90.
Okay.
Anything above 90, I will not sit there and count.
Fair.
Hmm.
You'll get me fucked up.
Hmm. So, and you think people are generally like rude?
I think it's just, what's what I'm trying to say? Like the group of people that are coming in there are usually like older people, and they're usually older people with like some mental problem. That's what, not mental problem, like physical or mental problem. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
So they're already not in like a wonderful like state, obviously.
Yeah, they're not really happy with life. I
Yeah,
guess.
like no one's coming to a pharmacy and they're excited about it. You know.
Some people are.
Yeah, some people are.
Some
Some people
people
are
are.
a little too crazy. It's like 10 a.m. I need you to calm down.
Yeah.
But some people, you know,
They
but
probably
like
just had their coffee at
Yeah.
Corey's place.
maybe they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Maybe they
They're
did
like-
stop by.
Yeah.
Ready to
There's
go.
a Starbucks right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like most people. And then, you know, if something's not ready, they're already irritated and like. And plus, now we're working with people's like insurances and doctors and money, and
Mhm.
it gets like tense.
I could see that. Yeah, that whole process is already very unnerving, and it's just long. And for me as a patient, sometimes I'm like, this is so fucking
Oh,
annoying.
and like, for example, Adderall's on back order, like Percocets are on back
Oh
order.
yeah, right now.
And it's been on back order for like since COVID.
Yeah.
You know? So
'Cause there's
and that's
been
another
so
thing.
many
post-COVID.
people that are on it.
It's I guess that could be one thing, but also just like getting supplies to make the drugs.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to get everything and they can't keep up with the demand.
Is it because of like the?
I think they just got behind during COVID
But do you think that's because of like is there some component of it that's made in China or something? Because I know
could
at some
not
point
tell
there
you.
was like a you couldn't get anything like supplies from China, and people really
Yeah, I
freaked
do
out
remember that.
for a while.
That could be.
Yeah.
A lot of like diabetic medications are also like on back order, which that one is because people are using them for like weight loss and not for
Yeah.
diabetes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but how does that work if something's on back order? Do you just give them a generic, I'm assuming, or something like that?
So when it comes to like,
Because you can't just say like you can't have this, right?
unfortunately,
Unless if they really
So,
need it, and that's
okay,
really bad.
if they get name brand Adderall,
yeah,
we'll go to like generic, but
yeah,
we're out of both of them.
okay,
So then it's like, and this is the hard thing because Adderall is a controlled substance and you really can't just go to any pharmacy and get it filled. Like, it's
Yeah.
really hard to get controlled substances transferred. Like, you literally can't. You have to get your doctor to write a whole new prescription. We have to cancel the prescription on our side. It really is unfortunately a situation where it's like, I'm sorry, there's literally nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Like, we'll call around, but like, we all have the same suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
So no other Kroger's going to have it.
Yeah.
And Walgreens is calling us asking if we have it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
literally nobody has it. So what we can do is get your doctor to write a prescription for a different dosage that we could do. But it is like really sucky that it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I can't make it for you. Like, you know. And that's another thing. Like, I understand people being upset, but it's also like, it's not my fault.
It's not your fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks too when they have to like, because you're at that moment in time, you're like the face of like,
Yeah, it's
It's
like,
your
I want to
fault.
help you. Trust me.
Yeah.
I want you to get your drugs. I don't want you
Yeah.
to be off it,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. I literally just work here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, it is just like a, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we give them the options of, like, if you can get your doctor write another prescription. But then the other thing is, like, people wait until, like, the last day. And it's like, well, I don't have any more. And it's like, I can't loan you anything. We don't
We don't
have anything. So, yeah. I think Adderall's been going back and forth. It's been hard to keep up with. I think the diabetic medicine is okay. Like, it's been stocked in the freezer, but because they changed the rules for, so people, those medications are extremely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like one pen's like $1,000.
What?
One pen's like $1,000.
Oh, a pen?
Yeah.
Oh, an insulin pen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit's very expensive.
Jesus.
So people would use like, the manufacturer companies usually have like discount cards where they like save you a price. And beginning of this year, they like changed all the requirements because before like anyone could use it, even if your insurance didn't cover any of it, you could use it. But now your insurance has to cover some of it. You have to be type 2 diabetic. There has to be like specific diagnostic codes like on the prescription. And so like the beginning of this year, that was also a mess because like the people who are using it for weight loss and aren't diabetic were like upset because they're
Yeah.
like, why are you charging me $3,000?
Yeah.
Well, you can't use that coupon anymore. Like, they changed the rules. And like, well, I used it last year.
Yeah.
It changes, which I think that's for the best. I really think the people who are diabetic should have first come, you know?
That would make
Yeah.
sense. And I know that there's other things that you can take for, like, I know there's different, what would you call it? Like, diet suppressants that you can take that'll make you, like,
Yeah, they
fuller,
make
easier.
prescriptions for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
yeah.
other thing is that, like, a lot of insurances won't cover
Yeah.
those, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's expensive either way.
Yeah. It's expensive to be sick in America.
Yeah.
It is.
I will
It
tell
definitely
you
is.
that
Yeah.
I have swiped people's cards for like $3,000 and like felt so bad, but like there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Are they sitting there like, oh, God.
The unfortunate thing is like some people are so used to it, like
Yeah.
they're fine. They're like, no,
Yeah.
I pay this every month, and I was like,
That's insane.
It's scary sometimes.
it is. It's like, do you guys have the money for this? Like actually, or I mean, I don't want to know honestly.
Yeah, they're probably just making it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seeing the health side of things is wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know what all went into this side of pharmacy. But I guess it's nice to see. You know, I have more respect for my pharmacists.
But it makes you kind of feel for the people that, I mean, they're having to cop up a lot of money for these pills that a lot of them probably just need them to just, like, live.
Yeah.
At
It
least a good amount of
sucks.
them do, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, because most of the time it's like pain meds or just things for like cholesterol and
Yeah.
like things that you literally have
Blood
to take
pressure
every
and
day.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thankfully, like usually like blood pressure and cholesterol is expensive, but if they're on like blood thinners, like those are more expensive
Mm-hmm.
because they're only come in name brands because no one has made a generic yet.
But does it ever make you feel some type of way that you're, I mean, you could see it as a small thing, but you're, in a way, providing them with the thing that they need. Especially if it's something that's, like, you know, a lot of people don't need pain meds, but when it comes to, like, cholesterol or blood thinners,
Yeah.
anything to do with, like, the blood, I mean, just a lot of things.
But the
It's
thing
like,
is,
that's,
though,
like,
like,
essential for them, and they would die
if you
without
ask
you.
a patient, like, would you rather give your pain meds or your cholesterol medication? They'd rather give up their cholesterol
Oh,
medication.
yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I
People
mean,
get
pain meds are
crazy over
great.
their pain meds.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
My least favorite month is February because
Wow.
let me explain.
Yeah, I'm curious.
February, March. So basically,
Pisces season.
most pain meds are on like a 30-day like supply because that's all you can
Yeah.
write for, and so you legally cannot dispense a pain medication until the 30th day, the very last day. Like you cannot; it's against the law.
And there's only 29
And
days.
there's only 28
Well,
days in
sometimes
March,
29.
February,
Yeah.
and it seems like no one knows how to do math, and we literally have to sit there and explain to them why they cannot get it right now. And they're like, "Well, I picked it up on the 6th last month." It's like that's great. You're gonna have to pick it up on the 8th this month because there's only
Yeah.
28 days.
I
I've watched
see.
my pharmacist pull out a calendar and
And
count to
counted.
them, and they still don't get it. But that is 100% my least favorite month. It's
That makes sense then.
Ugh.
I'll allow it for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's it though.
that's it though. That's my only qualm against February, March area.
How many people do you think, I mean, this is just your own speculation, I guess.
I
but
love speculating.
Yeah, how many people do you think, just based on all the people that you've served, these, like, different types of pain medications to, how many do you think of them, like, really need it? Or it's just that's just kind of like life now, like, this is how you...
I feel like a very small percentage, like, genuinely need it. I feel like a lot of them have. Because there are, like, lower dose pain medications that you can take. I feel like now that's kind of, like, become sort of a dependence, and now they do need it because their body can't handle anything else, you know? So, yeah, like 30%.
It's not terrible. It's still a whole third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could be worse.
could be
Yeah.
worse.
I was thinking, like, 10. But I was like, oh,
That was my
30,
first
that's
thought,
not
but I was
bad.
like, I will give people more credit.
Yeah.
Some people are some fiends, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with this shit. Another thing is that people will pull up, like, right as soon as you open it. It's like, I'm here for my medication. It's like, and it's always a pain med that we don't have ready until, like, an hour
Yeah.
before we open. It's like, why is it already ready? Well, we
We
just
just
opened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then, like, so they didn't have lunch breaks until, like, last year. Like, a set lunch break from, like, with
Mhm.
everybody. And I don't know how people don't know that they have a lunch break now, but they'll, like, still come and be like, you guys closed? Or it's like, can I just pick up my prescription really quick? Like, it'll just take, like, 2 minutes.
No, I
It's
mean,
like,
Yeah.
my pharmacist is like, no. Like, she's off duty, I'm sorry. But that's one thing that does bother me is, like, I feel like some people don't have respect for the lunch break. The 30 minutes that my pharmacist that's here all day gets,
Mhm.
you know? They're like, oh, it'll just take a little bit. There's one time I was like, I'm a nurse and this is my lunch break. It's like, babe, this is our lunch break. Like, you get it. Like, you
Yeah,
get
you
that
should
we
understand.
need a
you
break.
should be the
Like,
first to understand.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to come back later or tomorrow or I don't know. But, like, you literally just, like, we cannot serve you right now. Or people that come, like, after we close. My least favorite people. It's just a disrespect thing that really bothers me.
Yeah.
You know? We're not slaves.
Do
Maybe
you
to
ever
corporate
feel like you're a
America.
slave? Not in that way. I'm sorry.
Should we really unpack that?
No.
Should we
unpack
really
this?
get into that?
No. I don't even mean in that way. Just the way that you kind of said it. Like, I mean, everyone's a slave
I'm
to
a slave to
something, I
corporate
guess.
America right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I feel fine. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting, like, whipped. or anything.
Yeah. Well, I would. Yeah. I hope not.
We're fine.
Yeah. What goes on at the Kroger pharmacy?
Kroger pharmacy
Get those
tea.
pills.
Yeah, we have just, like,
It's
a
a good
little
dress
man that we keep in a little cage in the corner, and yeah.
He's actually the machine.
Yeah, the machine I was talking about earlier is not.
Yeah,
It's just
like-
this guy that pulls them.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
Maxine. She's a robot, so we say that counts a lot of our drugs. I'll let y'all think about who she really is. Nah, she's a machine though. She's great. Just send that shit to her. She counts everything. Not everything. We can't put everything in there, but counts like the most common things, you know. Most common things that come in like very large quantities. Shout out to her for that.
Mm-hmm. How do you see like your role as? I mean, you're kind of an upcoming cancer research researcher. Yeah, I was like looking for the word. I was like research doctor.
Research
I mean, I will be a doctor.
person.
Yeah, research
In
person.
5 years.
Yeah. I
Maybe
don't know,
six.
how do you see your role kind of in just in the grand scheme of things, I guess.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna change as a person, so what I want now might not be the same thing I want in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll probably end up like, unfortunately, working for like a big pharma company, you know, developing shit, maybe just researching whatever they need researched.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to stay in research though. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be becoming a professor. That's for certain.
Like school?
At like a school. Yeah, I
Mm.
know. That's not for me. I don't think I could do that.
Why not?
Be a professor?
Yeah.
I haven't met a professor that loves their job. First of all.
Any professor of anything?
Like, at least at MTSU, like,
Okay.
like the professors that I've like gotten to know, like they don't love their job. And it could just be like, you know, the school.
Yeah.
You know. I'll see how I feel about it in a few years. But I just also don't think I want to teach,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
That's really sad though that you never had a professor that was like passionate enough
I mean,
to
like,
kind of inspire
I have
you.
professors that like want the best for like their students and like they genuinely care, but it's like this isn't what they wanted, you know. It's kind of like they settled for
Yeah.
this. I don't want to be unhappy where I'm at,
Yeah.
you know.
That's fair.
Yeah, I want wherever I want to go, like this is what I wanted. I will not be settling, hopefully. I also want to make money.
And the whole idea, I mean, it's not for every professor, but I think there was a really powerful idea of being a professor with tenure. Like at that point, it wasn't really about, because they don't make a whole lot of money,
Yeah.
but they have this power with tenure of like, they have kind of full power of what they're teaching basically and full authority on whatever they're going to teach for whatever their classes are.
It takes a hot minute to
Yeah,
get tenure.
I'm sure.
And
it
it's
takes
never
a
even
long
guaranteed
time.
that you're going to get it. You
Yeah.
know?
I'll bet there's a lot of teachers that are kind of strung on for that idea. It's like, I'm just doing this
Yeah.
to get tenure, and they do it for 20 years. I'm like, where's the tenure at?
I'm still waiting.
It's like
Yeah.
10 years later, and it's like, well,
That-
I
I
don't
mean,
think
that would
you're-
definitely create a moody teacher. Or not moody, that's not the right word. Just kind of like dispassionate and kind of
Yeah.
like not. Yeah, just
But
not
then another
pleasant.
thing is that, like, some professors that get tenure get too comfortable,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
where they also, like, don't care.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think
Yeah,
it's
that
also
could be
just
like
like
a
the
thing,
school
like,
system.
that could just be like a thing, like, oh, I made it. And then I'm like, but I still
Yeah.
feel empty. So, like, what's going on?
Like, if you compare professors that don't have tenure versus the ones that do have tenure, like, I would rather be with a non-tenured professor because they have to prove to the school that they're worth something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah,
kind of have a
that's
bit more
true.
of a drive, you know? Like, my professor I work with, she's not tenured, obviously. She's only been there, like, 3 years. And I love her. Like, she cares. Like, so her thing was she wanted to be at, like, a state school where she grew up because she was, like, single mom family, like, low income, like, kind of thing. So she's wanted to go back, kind of her roots, if you will, and just, like, get students that are underprivileged in some way into science and doing great things. So MTC wasn't like her what she envisioned, but it is like she is doing what she's wanting to do, you
Mhm.
know. But then it's like she's got 2 kids, she's a single mom, like they don't pay her a lot, you know. It's just one of those things. But I'd say she's passionate about everything. Like, I don't look at
Yeah.
her and I'm like, oh my god, she's so depressed, you know? Like, she obviously cares about what she's doing, and she loves what she's doing. She loves doing research. She loves doing science. But it's also, like, not exactly where she wants to be. If that makes sense?
I don't know. I don't think I'd ever be knowledgeable about anything enough to be like a professor of something.
Yeah.
I could
That's
never
the
really
other
see
thing.
it.
Like, I know I'm about to go get my PhD, and I'll be like,
Yeah, when you get your PhD, everyone's like, "Oh my god, you know everything about
but, like,
this."
I can't imagine, like, which I know, like, that's the whole point of the PhD is, like, you are a master of what you studied. But I can't imagine, like, being that comfortable and being like, yeah, I know everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Enough to tell you about it. Or, like, to
Yeah.
teach other people about it.
Yeah,
That
because
is
when
scary.
you're teaching someone, you have to.
You
I
have to
mean,
be prepared.
It requires some level of like, I don't know if empathy is the right word, but you have to stoop down to their level and like get in their head and be like, this is what you know, which
Yeah.
is almost nothing, and I have to teach you from nothing.
That's the other
That's
thing.
really hard to do.
You have, like, mastered this. You understand everything to, like, a T. You're able to have, like, super intellectual conversations about this. And dumbing things down is so hard, you
Yeah.
know? I don't know how do people do it. Shout out to them. I just don't think it's for
I
me.
think teaching is kind of a whole other level of like mastery sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you have to understand like so many different levels of whatever you're teaching.
You gotta be prepared for questions.
Yeah.
What if I don't know the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was like, this wasn't in college, this was in high school, but I had a teacher, I feel like she had a PhD in psychology, but she might not have. It might have just been a master's, but I can't quite remember. And literally every time we asked her anything that wasn't directly from the textbook, like we just asked her like, oh, how does this work? She'd be like, I don't know, I'm going to have to look that up and I'm going to have to come back to you. Like, and I don't know if it's that she didn't know it necessarily. She might have just had like kind of like anxiety about it and been like, well, what if I tell them wrong?
Yeah.
I was like, she might have just not known it. But that
Yeah.
ended up making her like a horrible teacher because then we never knew anything.
Yeah.
Like we never got any of our questions answered.
I feel like there could have been more of a conversation there.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, I'm not sure, but I think this...
Yeah. She literally
Or
would
let's
say
look it up
almost every single time,
together.
I'm going to have to look that up
Oh.
and I'm going to have to get back to you.
Yeah.
I was like, that does nothing.
Did she ever get back to you?
No.
Yeah. Just kind of use it as an excuse to like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go away for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound
Preston's
very
about to be a teacher of physics at
At
like a high
Siegel,
school.
right?
Yeah. And that's pretty
That's
insane to
crazy.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he seems
That's
really passionate about it.
crazy.
and
But that's
very
good that he has, like, a
excited.
drive, you know?
Yeah, and he kind of said that it was, I mean, not exactly because, but he was really inspired by his physics teacher
At
because his physics teacher
Siegel,
was,
yeah.
yeah, I guess, yeah, but he was super passionate about physics, and that
Yeah.
passion kind of leaked into him, I guess, and he's like, I really like physics too now.
Yeah. I didn't even have that teacher, not professor, but like I was in his class one time for like my teacher had to like send us to a different class because they were not there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in his class one day and I was like, I could conquer the world. So I get it.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
he
so
was really
cool.
cool.
yeah,
So it is cool to see people like that, super passionate about like telling others what they know.
yeah.
I feel like that's rare,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It is rare, which is so sad because it should be like every teacher should have that kind of passion
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're, you know,
That's
supposed
what
to
they
be
signed up
teaching
for.
the
Shit.
young minds. Yeah, exactly. And if they're not, then it's kind of like, I feel like the view of the world it gives you is very dismal. If you don't have any teacher that's you feel like is really there because they want to be there,
Yeah.
it's very dismal.
It's a sad world.
Yeah.
No,
In some ways.
positivity.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
No,
world
no,
is
no, no, no. Just
great.
be positive. You know.
The universe is wonderful.
Yeah.
Try to
It's
make it
wonderful,
globe.
but you know, it's got its sadness. But I wouldn't say that's.
She's got her flaws.
I wouldn't say that it's totally a bug. Yeah. Sometimes things need to be
Just a
said.
circle of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to work on that. My positivity. Just me. Started journaling.
How long has that been going on?
Probably like a month.
Like every day?
No, I don't want to do it every day because I don't want to feel like it's a chore.
I see.
That's fair.
So it's more of like when I feel like I need to like talk about something or just like get my thoughts out, you know? I'm going to try starting to actually meditate. I feel like meditating is just so hard for me because I can't like focus. I need the stimulation. Like I just want to be like, I can just scroll on TikTok.
Yeah.
Though. You know? But no. gonna sit there and.
But journaling's helped. Or
yeah,
to
I honestly
some-
feel like
gives you some clarity about something.
Yeah, I was like spiraling pretty bad like last month. I feel like I'm doing a lot better.
That's good.
Good.
You know. Shout out to the journal.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
notes app has seen the worst of it. Like every time I'm like
Yeah.
going through something,
Yeah.
I just like write everything that I've ever thought down in my notes app, and my notes are like, please shut the fuck up for like 5 seconds. I'm like, no, I need to get this
No,
out.
get it all out.
I always had the struggle, I don't know, whenever I was journaling that, I don't know, I think I just get too caught up in my head, and I would picture myself reading this in the future, and I would feel like I'm like, I don't know, kind of like the meta, and I'm writing for my future me to read this and go like, holy
You're not
shit.
being very mindful in that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably true. But
Yeah, you
because of
gotta
that,
get out of that.
because of that, it would feel more forced
Yeah.
to be like.
You
I need to
literally
write
just have to
something.
like let go.
Yeah,
you like
you really
cannot
do.
think.
I know.
Oh, I'm
and
gonna read
I've
this,
done
so
that
yeah.
before,
Let the
but
pen
it's
But
it's
it's
hard.
hard,
It's
yeah.
hard for me to get into that headspace and not.
Maybe
be
you
like,
need to like
I'm
meditate before you journal, or just like
meditating's
rest your
hard
mind.
too, though.
Yeah.
Meditating is hard.
Yeah. But also, I generally won't journal if my mind is rested. You know, like, cause when I want to journal, I'm like, I want to get this out.
Yeah.
You know, if my mind is rested, I'm like, there's no need to journal right now. I can just do something else.
Yeah.
I've been on like nervous system regulation TikTok, which I
What?
didn't even know was a thing. Nervous system regulation TikTok.
Okay.
Basically, it's how
It's
you regulate.
Educational.
Yeah, it's how
Yeah.
you like regulate your nervous system. You know, because I feel like I'm always in like fight or flight mode,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm never like completely relaxed. It's like crazy. So I'm trying those out. I want to see
That's
like
kind of
hypnotherapist.
that's kind of ironic because you give off the vibe of like, I'm just so like everything's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks,
Super
guys.
chill.
yeah, super chill.
Internally, my
Everything's-
heart rate's like 120 right now.
No, I feel that.
Yeah, I'm glad people think that I'm just like calm and collected all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's a good thought. I don't know.
Yeah.
The fact that people see you that way, I'm sure that is
Yeah,
nice.
you know, like,
Yeah. It's
people
like,
don't think I'm
maybe
like
I
off
am
my
that way.
rockers.
Yeah, yeah, that would
Yeah.
suck. Yeah,
That would suck.
yeah.
I'm glad people see me in a.
But you're saying
Good
meditation has sort of helped you get out of the constant fight or flight mode of being.
Not true. Breathing, which is crazy. Just like breathing. Every time I feel like out of it,
Yeah.
breathing helps. Yeah. Which I didn't think it'd be that easy, honestly. It's crazy though.
I remember whenever last Monday, trying to remember. Yeah. Last Monday, whenever a person came over and we recorded, I was very nervous before, and I was like, was having trouble eating just because I was just so nervous and I had this pit in my stomach. I just couldn't even eat breakfast well.
Yeah.
But then I went outside.
Barefoot.
My girlfriend was like, "You should go outside and take in some air."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, it's
Outside
Touch some grass.
helps.
Yeah, and I did just kind of close my eyes and breathe for a few minutes, and that definitely helped a lot.
No.
Yeah, I was very nervous about it.
Like just being with Preston?
Or just like other
Just
stuff.
doing this again. I just haven't recorded in a while before, like Monday.
Yeah.
It'd been like a year and a half.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Why'd you take a break?
Well, at the time, the whole idea started. I had a co-host, and his name was Frankie. His name is still Frankie.
His name
Was
God.
His name is still Frankie, but there was a part of me that always kind of wanted to do it just kind of by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then part of me kind of got locked into it. I don't know. We did like 20 episodes together, which is a lot of hours, I guess, that we'd spend together.
Hell
And I liked
yeah.
it. Like, I mean, it was really fun. I love him. He's a great guy. He's really fun. I liked our dynamic to some extent, like to a large extent, really. But I did kind of want it to be like my own thing
Yeah.
and just talk to people that I just like knew, like you guys. And but I don't know. I guess there was that. I started to get really unsure about myself. I started taking I started taking this like vape store drug called Kratom, and I got really into that
Mhm.
for a while. Like, I don't know, many months. I blew most of my money on it in the end, and I was like, oh, this is not good. I mean, I guess I started that like kind of at the end. It's like last March, which is like the last time I ever did one of these up until like a week ago. But so I guess there was that. There was like the social level of like, he really enjoyed it. My buddy Frankie, he was like,
Okay.
I love this, doing this thing with you. And I just started like kind of bailing on him. I was like, I don't want to do it this week. I just not really,
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling it. Yeah, I was just very unsure about like my place in just, and just where I was just kind of at that time. Like I was unsure about my job. I was like, I don't know if I want to still work here anymore. Like I'm not feeling the satisfaction that
Yeah.
I used to. I was getting a new job at the time, which didn't work out. I mean, it worked out, but it was kind of my own fault. I just got nervous. They gave me the offer, and I was like, all right, give me a few days. And then after the few days went, I was like, yeah, I actually really do want this. But I was just nervous about leaving this job that I'm so comfortable with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the position was taken by the time. I was like, God damn it.
Aw.
So there was that. So I was kind of like regretting. I
Yeah.
felt like homeless in a way.
Yeah.
And that was really hard, I guess. And I mean, I guess the reason I got back into it was because I would just think about it a lot. I was like, I really like doing this. Like, I really like the idea of stretching myself and stretching other people,
Yeah.
and, like, through words. I guess I think that's really cool. But I don't know. I guess that's some of the reasons. I guess
Yeah.
why I took a break. But I'm glad I'm doing it again. It's pretty fun. I was
Yeah.
literally just thinking about it, like, while you were talking, like 10 minutes ago. I was like, wow, I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
It's fun.
This is strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just like, wow, this
Yeah.
is very strange.
It's like therapy.
There's a part of me that, didn't think I'd be doing it again. I guess I got down in the deep, like, a lot too often, I guess. I was like, I'm never going to do this ever again.
Yeah. But like conversation, even if it's like not deep, is like always fun and healthy.
Yeah.
Like just talking.
It's good for the brain.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely missed that a lot.
Fair.
You could start something.
Start something?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. What if you start like a TikTok?
A TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really had a TikTok.
You don't have TikTok at all?
I don't have it at all.
That's crazy.
I never really wanted to.
Why? Do you watch Reels?
I don't have
Okay.
Instagram. I do watch YouTube Shorts sometimes.
Oh my god, you're worse than I was.
Oh no, it's pretty rare, and it's never,
pretty rare.
and it's never ever satisfying. I've never finished YouTube Reels. I don't know. Sometimes I'll watch for like half an hour. I'm like, that was a good use of my time.
Yeah.
I
You
don't think
scroll
I've
through shorts
ever
for
said that.
half an hour?
Sometimes, yeah. And it really has nothing to do with the shorts. It's just that
You need something to
I need something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I spend a good amount of time on Twitter. That's not really the same thing, but yeah. I've never used it. I've never had a TikTok account. So,
I love me some TikTok.
I don't know. I mean, there's a super cool aspect of it, like I sometimes, like in the way that I liked Vine, I was like, dude, people can be so creative and like there's so much cool stuff going on there. But again, I couldn't see myself scrolling or watching a lot of TikTok and like, that was a good use of my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel good about like scrolling through tweets?
Sometimes. Yeah. Well, because I don't pay a lot of attention, or I try not to like a negative, like the negative side of Twitter, where it's all about like, not even just like the political side exactly, but just like the all hate political side, where it's just like nothing's really getting solved at all. Like I don't really pay a lot of attention to that.
You guys
It's
voting
always
for?
there. What, in the next election?
Yeah.
Probably Kanye West.
Yeah. I was about to.
He's running again.
You will see.
I wouldn't be
I wouldn't be
surprised.
surprised.
I think I might just flip a coin or something.
I don't like either of the two main ones. I do kind of like RFK guy. I kind of like him. He seems like a cool guy. But maybe
Say
that's 'cause-
JFK.
No, RFK. He's JFK's nephew.
Dead ass.
Even better.
Yes. JFK
hot?
was his uncle, and then Robert Kennedy is his.
What wasn't
father.
like JFK like a hot president? Don't.
Yeah, and then he got assassinated.
Oh really? When did that
Shocking.
happen?
Whenever the CIA was like, we're gonna assassinate him.
We gotta
Isn't
put
it
a stop
crazy
to
that
that.
like?
Yeah.
I guess it's not crazy that the government just kind of takes out whoever, but like, I just think it's crazy because he was the government.
He was.
You know,
he
like
was the president.
he was the face of the government, and they.
Have you
They
seen
say
the
get rid of him.
stats? I mean, this is not all about government, you know, like that. But that's kind of the prime example when people are like, yeah, the government had something to do with this. But
like 9/11.
I can't remember what it was, but someone was talking about like the amount of presidents that have been assassinated. It's a dangerous job. Like it's.
To be president?
Yeah, I
How
mean,
many
Yeah.
have been
I
assassinated?
think there's
But I
been
think
like
there hasn't been. a
there's been
lot,
like what
though.
47 presidents, 46. It's something like it's
I
less than
think you're
50.
right.
It's
Yeah.
between 45 and 50.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
think it's
been
that range.
and there's been like 6 or something that have been assassinated.
Lincoln, Kennedy.
Lincoln, Kennedy.
Who else?
I can't
That's the
remember.
only two that I
thought
could
they were
name.
the
Those are
only-
like
I thought
those
that
are like
was
the
it.
big ones.
I thought there
now.
was
There's
maybe
more.
4.
Assassinated? I thought those were the only two, and the other ones either didn't run again or died.
Well, there were people that like died mysteriously. It
Like
might
the
not even have been
hypothermia
like
and
an
the
assassination. It could have been like
Let's see. Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, and
Oh.
John. Okay, so there's only 4.
Okay, yeah.
But that's 4 out of 45.
so
That's like
1 in 10 chance
1 in
almost.
10. That's pretty bad.
But like,
That's really bad.
who was the last one? McKinley. No one has been assassinated in a hot minute, though.
Well,
Is all I'm saying.
the last one was John F. Kennedy, which was the 60s. So that was 60 years ago.
Like they had a run for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, but these were spaced out. I mean, there was 1865, and then this was 15 years later in 1881. The next one was, I guess, 20 years later, and the next one was 60 years later. So technically,
oh, so
we're due for an
close.
assassination right about now.
We're getting real close.
Getting real
Yeah, yeah,
close.
yeah.
Alright. So are we just?
I'm
like,
surprised
pissing-
it didn't happen with our last president.
I
To
am
be
also
No.
kind of
very,
surprised.
very
Though,
honest.
Yeah.
Like everyone was saying, like
Yeah.
y'all just don't assassinate presidents like you used to.
Yeah.
Well,
I said, but now that man in going to jail.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Well,
So, like,
probably
maybe.
not going to jail.
Yeah.
so
I
like, where
doubt
does
he's
he
gonna get jail
go
time.
though? Because he's not gonna go to like the county prison. You know.
Well, I don't think he's going to jail or
Yeah.
prison. I don't think.
Oh,
he's,
dead ass. He's just
I
out.
doubt it. I doubt
Most
it.
people that have
What's it
money
like being
don't
rich?
actually go to prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he should go in a submarine.
But it's bizarre that our president is even on the verge
Orange?
of going on going to prison at all.
It's not the first one.
I know, but like,
Nixon,
what does that say about us
America.
as America?
That we vote for
Yeah.
people who are criminals.
Like, and that was like,
It's not even that. Well, you say that it's like that we vote for them, but it's like they get put. And like,
Yeah.
those are our options.
yeah,
Like,
we
I just
elect a
wouldn't-
bunch of. We let a bunch of noobs.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
Noobs.
crazy.
They're just a bunch of noobs.
They're really just a
Mhm.
bunch of noobs, right?
Yeah.
I'll run for president next.
But I could say maybe the only reason that I like RFK. I mean the bar's so low with like Biden and Trump.
Yeah.
It's like insanely low.
Yeah.
But like I've heard him on podcasts because I like podcasts already. But I like the fact that he can have a normal, long form conversation, which
Mhm.
the other two could not have. They just
No.
can't do it.
No.
So I guess
I
that's
love elderly
yeah. I guess the
people.
bar is just so low. But I'm like I like him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him on Twitter today. Who's like working out. He's like benching. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
He's like,
How
he's
much
like
does he bench?
we could have a next
it more than me?
president that's a
probably
shredded.
How much do you bench?
Like 65.
Oh, it's probably more than that. Yeah. But
whatever.
everybody
your
was like,
mom
look at
weighs.
this. Look at our dope president. And I was like, okay, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he seems cool. I don't know.
The your mom joke.
How to make at least one.
I mean, they
Yes.
will live on forever.
My
Mom?
But it's
water
crazy
bottle
that
literally
this
says
guy's
your mom on it.
dad was assassinated, and he's still going like, I'm gonna.
I thought you
I'm
said
gonna
that
run for
was his
president.
nephew.
He's JFK's nephew, but his brother. Remember Bobby Kennedy, Robert Kennedy? He was also assassinated like right after.
Oh.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Well,
he
one
wasn't.
could
He
dream
wasn't the
that they're
president,
not
but
going
he was
to.
like in high office. I can't remember what he was, but he was in very high office.
they said
and
we got to get rid of
Nepo
that
baby.
bloodline.
Yeah,
If
They
we're
didn't do a
due
good
next,
job. Well, maybe this is our next one.
could be.
I'd be so. I mean, I
we're
don't
gonna
wanna-
get screwed if this happens. And they like people listen to this, they'll be like, so there was these 3.
No, I was like just
20.
because the next thing that's what's come out of my mouth. Like, I'd be kind of excited to be alive for like. I just
For
want to know
what?
what like the world would be like. Well,
Like
America
the next
would be
presidential assassination.
like. Yeah, like what is the?
Yeah,
'Cause
we
I
lost
haven't-
our
We
mind
haven't-
over people
we
in
haven't
a
lived through it.
submersible.
Yeah. That's true.
Ooh, the memes are gonna
That's our
go
9/11.
crazy,
Oh my God.
bro.
I will literally have to delete TikTok. I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
do.
I mean, or
They're gonna
something,
put us on the
or just
list.
something like 9/11. Like, I mean, none of us.
But
really,
we weren't like alive, you know. Like I wasn't conscious.
Yeah, I was alive, I guess. Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Like I could.
I remember
tell you
watching the
everything.
video and when I was 6 months old and going like, oh, I can't believe this is happening.
They hit the Pentagon.
Yeah, not the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it was an inside job?
I don't think so, but I would definitely not rule it out.
Yeah, I would have
definitely
to
wouldn't
agree.
rule it out.
You can never rule out that the government is
It's doing some
involved.
fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could see a good argument for just like, after that we started a pointless war for like 20 years and killed a bunch of people and made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
America loved its money.
but I doubt it. Some people think the moon landing is fake. I just don't know. It's like, it looks like a set. The only good like explanation I would have for that one is like, why have we not gone?
Why
again?
would we go?
No, why haven't we gone since then?
We haven't been to the moon.
No. That was
They
the only time.
like stopped moon.
Oh wait, they stopped the
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, after this, that was like the space race, and they're like, all right, well, I guess they went to the moon, so everyone's just done. Now we're
mean,
just on
like,
like robots and stuff.
What
up
do we
there.
get from the moon? You know,
Cool videos.
Rocks. There's
Lots of
moon
rocks.
rocks.
Here?
Cheese.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Probably not gonna like the moon cheese.
The moon cheese. That's probably the best cheese.
It's probably dry.
It's probably out of this world.
Oh.
You know, cut
Space
the
joke.
cameras.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
So somebody's gonna have to edit that.
Anyway, what was I saying? We can be the
Moon cheese.
What were we?
Well, okay.
What?
Not even specifically because you were like, who are you guys voting for? But I'm curious about like how you guys feel about just like us
Voting?
all being like 20 years old.
It's
Like, how
weird
do you
that we're,
feel
like,
about the
adults.
political climate?
I feel like
Or
it
just,
got
like-
fucked the minute we could vote.
Yeah.
Like
I like
high-key.
should pay more attention, but I've just been so disheartened.
No, after like the last
Yeah.
I was sort of, I remember like before being able to vote, I was like, man, why don't these old people like vote and do something?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I got to the point and I was like, you literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Like, and then I voted and I got what I voted for, and then I was like,
That's cool.
Great.
whoa.
Nothing
And it was like
changed.
cool at first, and then it was like not
Yeah.
cool anymore.
It just like sucks. I don't know. There's nothing we really can.
I was glad
Mm.
that Biden won because I felt like there was so much more, like, there was less tension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if Trump had another 4 years,
Oh
there
my
would have
God.
the hatred
Oh
just
my
would've
God,
gotten
there would have been
insanely
literal
I would have been
catastrophic.
scared
riots.
what the
Yeah.
future would have been like.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
I feel like things calmed down a little bit for like a few
Yeah.
months
Yeah.
until,
It
until
just went
COVID,
back
really.
And then
Or no, he was elected during COVID. Actually, no, that's right.
2020,
Yeah.
But, like,
there was a
it
couple months where
sucks.
people were like, "Woo, let's go!" Like New York was like going crazy. They're like, "Let's go!"
Yeah.
I
They
remember
were
sitting there
so
like
happy.
refreshing the maps and seeing which one was going to turn blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was up all night.
yeah.
I was like, oh my.
I was scared.
It was cool. I was like watching the updates. I was like, this is so cool.
It was like watching, I don't know if y'all did this as kids, but like when there was like this thing around Christmas and it would like show you where Santa is like on a map. It's kind of the same
I
feeling.
did not. Is
Just
that was like a website?
I did not do that.
Yeah, there
either.
was like
But I
a,
know what you're talking about.
or it was on the news too. It'd be like Santa's
Nothing
flying
is a
over
fake Santa
Australia right now.
tracker.
Yeah, for real. Did they show like videos?
So is it
No.
like
Okay.
different in every TV home?
I don't know.
I'm curious how they track him.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. He wasn't
Well,
real.
track
Allegedly.
him.
It's no proven evidence that Santa is not real.
That's true.
I mean, I've never
Who's
gotten.
to say?
Where are my gifts, Santa?
Yeah. You've gotten gifts from Santa,
No.
have you not? Never.
No.
You've never. Well, I
I grew
mean,
up with a single mom. We did not have Christmas money.
Wow.
like you never got any gifts for Christmas.
No, I actually hated. Oh my god, that I used to like. I've grown out of it now that I'm like older. Don't care.
Yeah.
Like I used to have like a great resentment towards Christmas, because like that and just like coming back to school and everyone's like, oh my god, what'd you get for Christmas? You know, and it's
Mm,
like I say
God.
nothing and
People
like
posted
I'm
it on
fine saying
Instagram.
yeah,
That
Just
was
like their
before
hauls.
That, probably.
oh my god, the halls.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to
The
say nothing.
halls?
Yeah,
Like,
people like, oh my god, this is what I got,
AUL.
and they have
hall.
like 3,000
Oh,
things.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
They'd like spread it out on their phone.
On their
They'd be
fucking
like,
yes. Oh my god.
Hmm.
No,
like, this is what I
literally.
got. I'm like, cool.
Oh, I hated that shit so much. Now I'm fine. Like, I'm an adult. I really just don't care.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder if Christmas will ever be a thing that
Ever?
no that you're not supposed to like talk about in school, you know, because it could like what would you call it, like single out people that don't have enough money to afford Christmas gifts or something.
Yeah.
That you're kind of like assuming, because
I feel like they kind of are. Like, are they not? Like, I feel like they talk about it less and less. They're like at schools, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm obviously not in school,
Yeah.
but I feel like from what I've seen,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm old enough to be like, those fucking damn kids, dude.
Those
I wonder what
damn
they're up to,
kids.
dude.
Does that feel good?
A little, sometimes.
You can go
I
sit
wouldn't
out
say
on your
good,
lawn.
but I'm not even saying like those fucking idiots. I'm just like, sometimes actually, like I do think about them that way. But
Kind of scared of the future of kids.
yeah, me too. I feel like they're gonna be really fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of made it out easy to some extent. Like we kind of like the bare minimum of like the internet. Like we kind of like got
yeah,
out.
I feel like we were
Yeah.
born at like the perfect time.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes
Yeah.
I do think that.
Yeah.
Like it was just too
Yeah.
perfect. We were on the cusp of like every major fucking thing.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here we are,
Mm-hmm.
thriving.
Yeah.
Jason's Garage.
Yeah.
That's a band.
Jason's
Jason's
Garage.
Garage.
At 3:38 a.m.
It'd be cool if
That's a
I could
long
like
title.
do a band like here. Like
You
like
have-
Is that your next thing?
Can I
No,
play
I
Starting a
don't.
band?
I had a woman. I was at the liquor store a couple days ago, and she asked me if I was a rock star, and I was like, what?
Wow, that's a compliment.
That's what I said.
Kinda,
I was
yeah.
like, well, first I was like, what? No, and she was like, oh, well, you look like you could be like a rock star. I was like, I never really.
It's
I
there.
played piano for a few years, but like that's
I
all
could
really
see
all
the
I
look.
got.
Yeah.
And she was like, you really give off that vibe. And I was like, thanks. I mean, that's a really nice
Jason,
thing
do
to
you
say.
have tattoos?
I don't actually. I don't have a single tattoo.
Do you plan on getting any?
I do. I don't know what I'm gonna get, but yes, I do plan on getting something. I haven't had a single thing yet that I'm like, this
Like
is
you
it.
ready to commit
Yeah,
to?
that I'm ready to commit to. Yeah.
I haven't had any of those either. And I have like 19.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have one.
Okay.
I have 5 more that I want to get. That's probably the first one I'm gonna do when I get my first big girl paycheck.
Mhm.
I'd just
You-
be
Are you
showing
gonna
up.
get all 5 at once? Not at once. I mean,
No, no,
if
no.
it's
I'll probably
5,
get,
it's
like-
a long process. But
Because 2 of them are like bigger ones, so I want to like find someone. So I'll use like the first like smaller ones. I just want
Mhm.
like 3 on my arm. I'll use like
Yeah.
those to like feel out someone that I think okay, because I want a spine tattoo.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
just
cool.
I feel like
People that
a
think
lot
it
of pressure
out.
to get mine. Just
Why?
because.
I
Just because it's
feel-
on my body forever. And also I
Yeah.
definitely know that there are some people that there is like a drug level to that, of like kind of
Oh,
like
addiction.
the level, kind of in a way, like whenever they first get their, like some people just get it like right when they
Itching
turn
to get
18.
another.
Yeah, it's like, but I get it. Like that kind of adrenaline rush of like, I have this level of control that I can alter my body for the rest of my life right now.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure
is
it's a lot
addicting.
of fun.
I got one when I was 18, and then one when I was 19, and then I think one when I was 20, and then I got 12 in like 6 months.
So you have like 20?
Yeah, like around that.
Wow,
That's
Huh.
sick.
that's cool.
Yeah, because I have a lot on my arm, like up here, and then
Yeah.
on my chest and on my legs.
Okay, I guess it has to be a tattoo that I could imagine myself, I wouldn't say regretting, but like feeling the same way about it in like 40 years.
So,
Mm.
I mean,
which
like-
is a hard thing to find.
yeah. I think the way that I see it is like there's tattoos that I don't even like really like resonate with it anymore. I'm like, that's not really my vibe. But I'm like, it was my vibe at one point. So I'm like, that's like a piece of my
That's true.
history
Yeah, it's
on
kind
my
of like
body.
a memory.
Yeah.
You know.
Would you ever get a face tattoo?
I thought about it,
Ooh.
but no,
No,
probably
Not
not.
yet.
But maybe in like when I'm like old and retired, probably.
I thought about getting them a little more. My girlfriend has a lot of tattoos, and a lot of them she just did herself. Like she has a
Mhm.
lot of, she just used to have like
Sick.
her own pen,
Yeah,
and she would just like, she has a lot of finger tattoos and stuff. She's just got a bunch of them.
yeah.
I
Finger
kind of
tattoos are
love
really
the finger
cool.
tattoos.
They're really
Yeah.
cool. I really like them. But she
Mine
just has a
don't
lot,
stay.
and I do like I don't know, just seeing like the different tattoos on her body and just going like, wow, that's. I mean, she hasn't done one in a while. I guess that was like herself, but just seeing like that this place that she was at, I guess that she just thought about doing this random thing. I guess it's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it. That scene like a little like a part of her journey. I guess I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful way to think about it.
Yeah.
I love that. That is cool. Because now you have like a story, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a little backstory behind it.
It's a little like window to like her story that maybe I didn't know much
about.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some tattoos that are just like silly, but even some of those like that she has, but even some of those I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like fun.
Yeah.
You know, we're all gonna die. Have fun with your body, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. But I
I
love
don't
it.
know.
Jason, you should get like a frog or something. I don't know.
I had a pet frog.
I meant like tattoo, but
No, but I'm just saying I had a pet frog, and I would like to have another one. It was really fun.
you just,
A pet
I
frog.
really liked him a lot.
did you take him out and like?
He
the-
came out of my toilet.
Oh,
Yeah.
he chose you.
He
Yeah.
chose me.
Oh.
Yes.
He traveled a long
Like
way.
my
Yeah.
toilet seat was down, and I lifted it up because I was gonna pee, and then he was just there, and I was like, "Hello."
Mine.
He just came out,
And you just took him.
and I just took him. Yeah.
Did you have like
Best
a
buds.
tank for him? Or?
At one point, I got a tank for him, but for the longest time, he was just in my sink. Like I would just put a little bit of water in there, and he'd just live in my sink. And then
That's
whenever I'd wash my
insane.
hands, I'd take him out, and then I'd wash my hands and
No.
put him back in.
Put him back in the
Yeah, put him
sink?
back in. It was his little home.
Way.
He had a
You had
whole
this frog
bathroom.
just living.
essentially.
Yeah, he was living in a penthouse.
Yeah.
I hope
Free
so.
range
I
frog.
tried. He would just travel all throughout my bathroom. It was so much fun. Like he just.
It's like hide and
I have a
seek every
picture of
time.
him. Yeah, because it would be hard for me to fucking find him. I have a picture of him where he's just like, I don't know how, but he climbed all the way up to the top of my lights, like in my bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember? Like my lights are like, because you were in my bathroom earlier, like 3 hours
Oh,
ago.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my lights are all the way up there, and he
Yeah.
climbed up all the way at the
So
top. and
this was
just hung
here?
out. Yes, this was at my. Yes, this
Oh,
It's
is
just like
yes.
recent.
Yeah, it was like a year ago.
Oh,
or
I've
so.
seen like
That's kinda
10 years
recent.
ago.
Yeah, I thought this was like.
No. This was recent. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then I had another one after that.
So when I went in your bathroom earlier, there could have been a frog
whole
just
ass
in
There's
the
frog.
actually
toilet.
still a frog sitting up there, but it's not a real frog. I can't remember
Just
who
for
gave it to me.
memory.
It's like it's like a bath toy frog.
Uh,
But I put him up there where he was that one time, just
Aw.
because I miss him.
Did he die?
That's cute.
He,
Run away?
yes, he died, but I actually don't. I never found him, but I'm sure he just died.
So his body.
So he's in your
somewhere
house somewhere.
rotting.
Maybe, or he climbed back in the toilet.
Wow.
could have done that, too.
Oh,
I tried to
Jason.
close like this, yeah, but I had another frog after that I found, like
On the street?
it was on my back porch. He was climbing up the window. I was like, and this is just his name was Vinny. The first one I named him Vinny.
Cute.
And then it was maybe a week after I was like, he's gone. I was like kind of sad
Rip
about it.
Vinny.
Yeah, he was great. I missed him. And then there's other frog climbing up like my wall, outside. And I took him, and he was really thin, so I named him Thinny.
Vinny?
I named him Thinny.
How did
Creative.
I know?
And then he died. I found his body.
I
it was
found his body.
It was actually kind of bad because at one point I lost him the same way I did with Vinny. Like I just couldn't find him. And then
Maybe
like
you should
4
get a
days
tank for
later,
them.
I
4
found him.
years later?
4 days later or
Oh.
something like that. Or maybe even like a week. I found him. I found what was left of him.
Oh
Just
my
like-
god.
He was in my room because like my bathroom door, and then right in front of my bathroom door into my room, there's my hamper like with my clothes in it. And he was right behind it. I moved it to like wash my clothes, and I was like,
Yeah.
Did
what is that thing on the ground? I thought it was like a piece of
Oh.
poop, and then it wasn't. I picked it up, and it was like a skeleton. Oh, it was so sad. I was
God.
like, Thinny, I'm so sorry. God damn
Vinny.
it.
Oh
I
my
wanted you to.
God.
I mean, you were never gonna replace Vinny, but like, you were still.
You
cool.
killed him.
And you let
Yeah.
that one just chill in your sink too?
Yeah. Well, I had
bathroom is
a
their sink.
tiny
Yeah.
little, I guess you'd call it like aquarium. There wasn't like water. There was just like a dirt, and then I had this like
A terrarium.
yeah terrarium. That's the
There you
name
go.
for it. Yeah, yeah. And I had some dirt. I had some dirt in it, and I had, like in Jurassic Park, there's like the arch with like the
Mhm.
giant doors. I had one of those in there. Like it says Jurassic Park on it, and I
Very
just thought it was
nice.
cool.
Classy.
Cute.
Yeah,
okay.
I just thought it would be fitting, but he did not like it in there. So he mostly just lived in my sink too. It was. I mean, I get it. It was really cramped in that little thing,
Yeah. Well,
and I never figured out how to feed them. Like I would give them like
I was
I would
that
go
was my
outs-
next
I would go
question. What
outside.
did
They
you
eat like
feed them?
bugs. I would go outside and I'd get like a little, like a moth or like a gnat, and I try to like, I just put it in there, and they just wouldn't.
They're
Or
like,
like
no,
a worm.
fuck you.
I would cut a worm up in like a tiny piece, and they just wouldn't eat it. So I don't know. I never figured that out.
They don't want to
Maybe
be
you should've gone to,
domesticated.
like PetSmart or
Yeah.
something. Also,
do
that,
not.
yeah.
Sell frogs at PetSmart. I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't like. You can't really get
I don't
frog
know.
food.
Actually, I
either.
don't think they do. I think they sell like lizards and like fish. I don't think
Yeah.
they have frogs
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
But you could find them. Like you got there's
in the
frogs.
wild.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
there's
find
so
a lot
many.
of things outside.
Yeah, but I mean, there's frogs all over the place. Like sometimes you just stumble upon a frog and like, yo, it's a.
I've never thought to take
frog.
it and put it in my sink
Yeah.
though, because
Well-
it's kind of just chilling where
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Well,
be.
I never really thought about it either until
Yeah.
he climbed out of my toilet, and I was like,
Yeah.
I like this. As
See,
a
most
pet.
people usually just kind of like.
I would
"Oh,
just
I'll
pick
bring
him
you
up
back
and I'd like
outside."
pet him. And you just do his
After
little,
he came through your sewer,
yeah. I mean, I cleaned him. I say cleaned him. I washed him like in my
you
sink.
just threw
I
him in
mean,
the
he
sink.
put him literally
I
in
fucking
this
threw him
sink.
in the sink. No, I like held him there and like kind of like rubbed him up.
Rubbed him up.
That
You
was maybe the wrong
rubbed
way
your
to put
frog
it.
up.
Yeah, I molested my frog. That's why he left.
Oh,
that's why
Shane
he-
Dawson
Yeah, but I tried to give him a good home, but sadly he left.
tried.
Yeah,
So you think?
yeah.
I feel
I
like you're gonna
mean-
move.
Maybe he was going
he's
through his
gonna-
own journey and like
Aw.
he
Could've been.
really misses you and was
You
like,
should have
I'm so
kissed one
sorry.
of them.
And become a frog.
No, they turn into a human.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. No. He doesn't he become a frog first?
Well, he becomes a frog because of the spell that they
Yeah,
put,
and
and then
then
he
he-
needs to get a kiss from
Oh.
true love. But she turned into a frog because it wasn't true love, and then they kissed again. It was fine.
And then it was true love.
Yeah, because they went through the whole journey. Whatever.
Are we talking about Princess and the Frog?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a really cool concept though.
No,
Like-
The
I would
frog kissing?
never touch a frog.
No,
I'd
no,
like
no,
kiss one.
no. Of kissing someone and then becoming, because it's not true love, you become like a frog. Like you become like
Then
this.
I'd be
It's fucked up.
fucked.
No, I mean
like,
like it's just a cool concept
Yeah.
of. I mean, I guess I don't know, like why a frog?
Isn't it like
That's a
already?
weird?
I think it's because it's a gross, warty creature.
Yeah, warty. Yeah,
Warty.
'cause it's kind of
Wow.
like I don't know.
Did I offend you, Corey?
Yeah. Slimy.
Slimy,
Slimy.
gross.
I don't like
disgusting.
frogs. Like they're cool to
No.
look at, and I like every tattoo of a frog specifically because that's what you said. I love them. I think they're so cute. But if I saw a frog, I would walk away. Like
Bring
I
him
would
out.
never.
Come
And on that note,
Vinny. Vinny,
we
like,
found Vinny.
Vinny opens the door.
Oh, so
He
you
just
really
hops
would've,
down
like,
here. He's like, "What the
cried
fuck
if-
did you
Dude,
say
I
about
would be
me?"
so happy.
And
Well,
Vinny just popped up.
Yes, I
We
would
should
be
get him a
so
frog.
happy.
Aw.
We should get you a frog.
You mean find me a frog? You can't. I
We
really don't. I
can
really
buy
a
don't
frog.
think you can buy.
There is
a
an
frog.
amphibian
do
and
anything I want.
reptile store in Nashville. They have frogs.
They're actually maybe. Some people have like frogs. I feel like for sale, like at places like that, for the purpose of feeding.
Them to something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We had frogs in 4th grade, right? Didn't we?
The only remember animal.
Or it's like 5th grade.
The only
What?
the only animal I remember.
We dissected one at one point in high school.
I was gonna say not in the 4th
I was
grade.
like, I
No,
did
in
not
4th grade we
dissect
did have it,
shit.
but we had like a little fish and a frog and a hermit crab that we had to take care
I
of.
remember the owl pellets.
Oh yeah, I skipped that day. I like specifically was like,
you
I'm not
didn't
going.
miss out on anything.
Yeah, no, I was not doing that. I was like, I'm way too cool for that.
Uh,
I was like, you want me to
You missed
dissect
the
that?
owl pellets.
Was I there for that? It
No.
sounds kind of familiar, but I
It was
don't know.
5th grade.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No, you don't.
Gaslighting.
You weren't there.
Do you guys ever think? I mean, when did you start going to Emory Francis?
4th grade.
What about you?
5th grade.
Yes.
Okay. So you're like a noob. Yeah.
I'm
like
a what
you and
now?
me could talk about it all day, but she doesn't really know what she's
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. 6th
Yeah, yeah,
grade.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no.
It was 7th
She
grade.
wouldn't get it. She wasn't there.
Okay.
It was 7th grade.
It was 7th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he came into Miss
6th grade, I
Marlin's
was homeschooled.
class.
Loser.
Miss Marlin was cool. I liked her.
Whose mom's
She was cool 'cause she had a
Miss
fish
Marlin?
tank.
Oh, Miss Marlin.
Yeah,
And
she had
EJ.
cool fish tanks. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Remember
miss
I
that little
remember-
lizard.
I remember when
Gecko.
I first, like the first
Oh,
2
yeah.
weeks of that school, I remember consciously, like, pulling the card of like.
I'm a homeschool loser.
No, not like kind of like the new
Wow.
guy. Like I was kind of like I was pulling the card of like kind of like when I didn't know like what was going on in class. Like I would just kind of be like looking around, going like, oh, look at this cool new place that I'm in.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it became a point where I was consciously doing it to avoid something of like what was going on. Of like, yeah, when they look at me, they're just gonna be like, oh, he's just a new guy. He's kind of like trying to, you
Yeah.
know, kind of get the layout of the place.
Understand his
Yeah,
environment.
understand his environment.
lay
you know,
the
stuff like that.
land.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I did that for too long. I did that for like a month. And I was like, I cannot get away with this anymore. I
Yeah.
have to start like paying attention.
Yeah, you kind of have to
Yeah,
engage
people are
a
gonna
little.
catch on.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was gonna ask, how do you think that affected you guys? Like, I mean, now that you're like in your 20s, just that we were all kind of like in this very small, tight knit kind of group of like, me, I guess I was just only there for middle school, but you guys grew up more together than I did with you guys.
It's not too much of a difference, but I mean, I'm like more than thankful for that relationship, like that I've made from middle school. And that's like so bizarre because most people like don't. They're like, oh, I don't talk to anybody from middle school. But
No,
like,
Yeah.
when I tell
I
like
talk to you
people
guys-
about like
Yeah.
you guys are like
Yeah.
you've known them for how long?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like y'all don't have friends.
yeah,
for
like
more
or
than 10
Olivia,
years?
like when I'm like, Olivia's still like obviously super close, and then I like introduce them to like her to people that I know now. They're like, when did you meet her? And I'm like, 4th grade. They're like, no fucking way. I was like, yeah, no, she's a homie. Yeah, like people get so like amazed by it, but I was like, I'm so thankful that I'm still friends with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thankful for just having that experience. I feel like my life
Yeah.
would be less if I went to like a basic
Yeah,
middle school or something.
Yeah, like everybody else.
Yeah.
Good
It sounds
loser.
so dull.
Yeah.
don't know
Without that, we
why.
wouldn't have your puffy jacket story.
Yeah.
It's my favorite story.
It's such a great story.
No, I take that.
and now a Twinkie story.
And the Twinkie. I forgot the
Apparently.
Twinkie story.
Yeah. I don't remember that Twinkie story.
And you guys are the first people I ever smoked with. I remember that day. It was out of a water bong.
When was that?
Freshman, sophomore year of high school?
It would have.
I even
It
know?
was.
Was I there for this
it was
one?
definitely not freshman. It might have
Sophomore
been
year?
late sophomore year, but it's probably junior year. I think it was junior year. Because I do remember this now. We were at Julia's house.
It was
I don't know if
Olivia.
you were there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I was there.
Olivia might have been
I was there for skinny dipping at Julia's house.
Julie's house is the
Yeah.
hot spot.
Yeah, it was.
Which I don't remember if you were there for that.
No,
That
I
was
think
the
it
first
was.
time I
not
ever
there for
drank
skinny
any
dipping.
alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
The first time I drank was with
I did not
You
get
were
With,
drunk.
yeah, I was like the first person I ever drank with was
y'all.
you. And I think the first person I ever smoked weed with was Julia. So like, the connections you make in middle school apparently are really important.
Mm-hmm.
Really important.
I honestly forgot about that day because I was like, wait, when did we smoke weed together? But yeah, I was having so much fun.
That was a good
Like
day.
watching you
Yeah, 'cause that was the first
on
time
the
I've
floor.
ever.
Just like,
Man, that's crazy.
she was like,
The man, that's crazy.
I forgot what she was doing, but she was
In, like, a
doing like
positive way?
this. She was like moving her arms and her legs. Like she was like laying on the floor. But she was moving her arms and her legs like she was doing something. She was like, I'm doing this right now. Like I'm pedaling a bike or like I'm doing this.
Why do I have
You
no
did
recollection
that?
of this?
Yes,
Like,
she did
That's
this.
I
so
literally-
funny.
This was like in Julia's.
Are you
her room was pretty
gaslighting
small.
me?
No, you could ask. Well,
No, her
I don't
room
know
was-
if Julia would remember this, but I think Olivia was there too. I feel like it wasn't just us three. I feel like Olivia was probably there.
I would have to
I think that was like the
guess, yeah.
second time because the first time it was me, you, Olivia, because we were at like one of the rocks in her neighborhood. I remember that.
Oh yeah. Was that before that?
I'm pretty sure because that was the first time I ever smoked with you guys.
Oh,
That
okay.
was-
Yeah. Yeah, I biked to her house, and then my tire popped.
Wait! Oh my
on the
god!
way
Yes.
Like not even halfway. I mean, it's only like a 30, 20. It's like maybe a 20-something minute walk.
But still,
Yeah.
That was so. I remember that.
that's
now.
so funny.
I don't remember me pedaling on the floor.
But
though.
do you remember the reason that we left?
No.
Because like a car showed up. Like, because we were at the end of, we were at the.
Was it the
Yeah.
rocks that were
Cul-de-sac.
like not like behind her house. Like you walk.
It was a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
cul-de-sac
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
next to our house, and we were smoking there. But then a car light came out, and they were just, I don't know, they were just going to their house.
Yeah,
and then
probably,
you're like,
but
no,
we
no,
were
no,
like-
we gotta
It's
go.
We
giving
were
us
like, we have to
anxiety.
leave right now.
It's like, we gotta go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They know.
They probably
I
did
think we,
know,
like, kinda
but did they give a
ran
fuck?
Back to
Like
our house,
suspiciously.
and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go.
With your broken ass tire.
My tire was fine at that point.
It
was popped on the way back
Oh.
when I was biking back.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
And then I think I might have called you. I feel like one of
I
you
feel
guys.
that probably happened.
Yeah, and I was like,
Hey guys.
so I'm just walking back now because my tire popped.
Did you leave the bike there?
No,
or
I
did
walked
you
the
take it
bike
with
back.
you?
Yeah, I walked the bike back.
You're like,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you,
I
bike.
like the bike. It was a
I'd
good
like
bike.
the bike.
Yeah,
It's probably a
That's
good
funny.
bike.
yeah. That might have been one of the last times I ever biked, though. Honestly,
There's a
maybe the
giant
last
ass
time.
spider.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
throw up.
god.
Jason, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my
Jason, I'm gonna throw
god.
up. Jason, I am going to throw.
I have never seen a spider that big.
No, it looks like we're
Not in
fucking
a house.
Australia.
I have
Jason.
spider killer right behind you. Hold up.
Get rid of it, and it better fucking.
Oh my
die.
god, it's gone.
Oh,
Where'd it go?
It went behind the thing
please
over
get rid
there.
of it. If I
That
see
was
it,
fucking huge.
if I see it on
That
the floor,
that's like frog bait.
bit by a spider one time.
Jason,
This was like
Jason,
a long time.
Jason.
This was like not
You
here, so don't
better
worry about it.
fucking find it, and you better kill it. Because if it makes its rounds over here,
That was truly
That was
horrifying.
traumatizing.
That was so big that I saw it like move.
Large spider.
no,
That-
I wasn't even looking. I
Yeah,
just saw its
which
little
was looking
big
straight
ass body,
forward.
I should say, not little ass body.
There was like whenever you said look at that, I was like, oh look, it's gonna. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
like
a
You
not,
big
I'm
think I
not
was
affected
lying when
by
I said
spiders,
big
but
ass?
oh my god!
No, that was huge. I don't feel safe.
And suddenly,
I felt like something just touched me.
that's the end of that. I have to go.
I didn't even know what we were on. Like, I'm so.
I don't know. We were just talking about middle school.
Yeah.
Middle
Yeah,
school.
Yeah, I don't remember pedaling on the floor. That's something. I guess I was too far gone that day.
Yeah, you were really gone, and I was just like laughing on the bed.
Ooh, I do remember. We had a sleepover at Olivia's house, and
Always up
Summer
for an
Olivia's
adventure.
and it was on. Her dad had that thing where like you hang upside down.
Oh my god!
Like the exercise thing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like the chiropractic.
Yeah.
Thing, like it pops your
And
back or whatever.
Yeah. For some reason, we thought we should go on multiple people at a
Yeah,
time.
it was like literally there was 3 of us sitting on that, and we tried to like sit upside down. It was horrifying.
I just remember me and Julie got on it.
Yeah,
and
we
she-
should have had more injuries.
Oh my
than we
god, no,
did.
really though.
You guys fall off it a lot or something?
Well, we were just doing stupid shit.
Yeah. You know, just like kids do.
Yeah.
You know, just middle school girl things.
God, our
This was not-
sleepovers were
This was
insane.
in middle school.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was so
okay.
middle school for sure.
I still remember there was one year where Julia had a birthday party at her house, and we were all sleeping over there. And it was like a fuck ton of us. There was like,
Was I there too?
I think you might have been. I don't know if you stayed the night, but you were definitely there, like, for a while. And, like, we just had, like, the deepest talk ever. Like, just middle school girls, like, shooting the shit. And we were all crying by the end of it.
Aw.
Just,
Oh my
like,
God, I remember that.
like, these emotional, like, feelings. Like, this is what I'm going through right now, and I feel like it's the end of the world. And then we all realized we were just super depressed.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I remember that.
But I think about that sleepover, like, once a month.
Ugh.
The
I
most
wish-
therapy I've ever had in my life.
No, really though.
Yeah.
I wish I had all my memories, like in clear vision. You know, so I could like go back and replay them.
I'm glad I don't.
I
think
mean,
it's for
okay,
the
all my
best.
memories. No. I want to pick and choose. It's like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, I mean they have done something like that in different ways, and I know that they're now creating a technology where you can do that.
Yeah,
like
which
view
is
your
crazy.
memory on like a screen. But
Which
that
is
sounds
literally
so
a Black Mirror episode.
It is.
That
and
is
That
100%.
sounds so dismal to me.
I don't
That's
wanna do that.
crazy.
Like I feel like I shouldn't really have.
The ability to.
Yeah, I
If
shouldn't have
my
the
brain
option-
doesn't want to remember it,
Exactly.
that's
Probably
for
a
a
reason.
reason.
I think it is for a reason to some extent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I saw like I don't know, it was a tweet. It was it was like divorce cops with kids are gonna go crazy with this new technology.
Oh,
my
my
God.
I
god.
was
You
like,
know
I
who's
was
gonna
like, why
love
did-
this?
I was like, it's so weird because why is it when someone says that like everyone kind of has a mental image of like what that looks like? of like some like kind of like depressed cop who feels like he's lost everything. He's like, my kid when he was younger.
I mean,
like,
it
and
would
he loved
literally
me.
drive you insane though. Like just
it's-
playing
yeah.
the same
God, it could be
memories.
so
over,
toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lose your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like the episode. I can't remember what it was about, but I think like
He essentially
Yeah.
knew his wife was cheating.
Cheating.
yeah.
So he
yeah.
kept like playing the memories that he saw to like catch clips of it and go back and be like, what did I miss the first time?
Yeah.
And then he like essentially caught his wife cheating and literally went insane. I think did he kill himself?
I think he might have killed her.
Yeah.
Someone died. Yeah.
Yes, somebody
or both.
died.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
died.
I was like, what you don't know won't hurt you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
I was like, and
better-
also like, if you find out that they're cheating, just be like,
bye.
okay, bye. Yeah.
Well, it's
like,
so hard though. I mean.
yeah, but
especially
like,
in
if you're gonna
your-
obsess over it,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not good for you, man.
Yeah, but it's hard to say like what you would do in the situation.
I just wouldn't have that device
just
in my
wouldn't.
head. I don't think.
Yeah. I just wouldn't be married. I would just be like alone. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't have that type of like
Yeah.
I don't know, vulnerability, I guess, that ability for someone to hurt me.
Back to the marriage thing.
yeah,
then.
yeah.
None of that for me.
No vulnerability.
Nope.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
I think vulnerability's cool. Cool's not the right word, but I think vulnerability is
Yeah.
super important, I guess, and not even just like in a like romantic way, but
No, you know, like
just in general.
yeah, like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here. Yeah. I feel like it can be very like I don't know if inspiring is the right word, but I feel like it can some people can look at it and just kind of be amazed like, wow, like you can do that?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've seen that look in people's eyes before.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
That's a really also a very nice look to see. It's like, wow, I can't believe I can help do that for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like bring them out of their shell and kind of make them into a more whole
Whole.
person, I guess. Kind of like see them blossom
Yeah.
Aw.
like a flower.
Oh, flower. That's so awesome. Love wholesome.
I'm still kind of freaked out by the spider.
Yeah, I'm
Love
not
it.
gonna
No,
lie to you.
same.
If we're being vulnerable,
Yeah.
I've been
That's
like
gonna
staring
get
at the
me.
corner in the
Yeah.
floor this whole
I
time.
keep like
because if
looking
I-
down.
I can't even look at it. I have to
if
keep
I
turning
see
it
that
around.
shit,
I know. I was like, I feel like the slightest.
I'm gonna blame
emotion.
Billy because a lot of this stuff is his. Like, that's Josh's mattress. I mean, this furniture's his. I mean, a lot of this was clear before
Oh,
until
really?
like 3 days ago. Yeah. But I'm gonna blame him.
yeah,
Well,
Billy,
that'll
you brought
make
a
me
big
feel
ass
better.
spider. in
Yeah, that was
here.
the biggest spider I've
That
seen.
might
in
be
the
the
house.
biggest spider I've ever seen in my
No,
life.
because its body
Unless-
was like
I mean,
That
I'm not
wasn't
gonna-
in a cage
Yeah,
in like
exactly.
an aquarium
no,
or a
I
museum.
literally was
Yeah.
like, did one of you lose your pets?
Yeah, like that is a. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm
Like I thought I'd see that
anxious
in like
as fuck.
Australia,
Yeah, that
not
was-
here.
It's an Australian spider.
No.
Who knows? It could just be Billy's pet. He's like, yeah, I got this from Australia. Like,
He just keeps
I
it in his
ordered
sink.
it. Yeah.
He's like, I don't like confining it to walls.
It
Yeah.
needs
That's
to be
not fair.
confined in the tiniest of blocks.
Yeah, that.
Or just killed.
That
Yeah.
too. You
Yeah.
think that roach spray is
It's
gonna
for
roach ant?
ant roaches and spiders.
I don't trust
That
anything that's also
has
for ants.
survived probably a lot. Look
Yeah.
at its sheer
I
size.
wonder how
Well,
many spiders it's eaten to get that big. Because I'm sure there's been more. I mean, I've killed a bunch
what
of spiders. in here.
small children has it eaten? Because it
Yeah.
is like,
How many birds?
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I'm
No.
scared.
Yeah, we can edit. I mean, it's been like 3 hours or something.
It's just
Yeah.
great. You
So we're
guys.
ending it on the spider. No.
Yeah. Well, we ended it on like the wholesome.
vulnerability
Yeah, the
and
vulnerability
just
and seeing people
love.
blossom and stuff.
Yeah.
And just like pure love.
And like happy.
Yeah.
And just like
Yeah.
really getting to know everybody and loving them regardless.
I love
Also,
that.
happy
Yeah.
Pride. And then that's the
Happy
last thing that I'll
Pride,
say.
yeah, just be, you know,
Love the
be
gays and
vulnerable with
girls.
people
Thanks.
and
I'm both of
open
those.
yourself up.
And both of those.
Both of what?
The
I said
gay and the
gays
girls.
girls.
The gay and the girls?
She said the gays, and the girls.
Oh.
And I said I'm both of those.
Gay and also. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, the gays and the girls.
Jason, what's wrong here?
I don't
What part is
know.
not clicking?
I feel like this is very clear. Remember
It's
the time
okay.
you like texted in the group chat? No, it was Olivia that texted in the group chat that you were like, what did you say?
I don't know.
Something about Corri.
Was this recent? Olivia texted something
No.
About me?
Yeah. And it was just so random. I think you were asking if she was gay. Do y'all remember that?
No.
Olivia asked Corey if he was gay.
It was you.
I asked Corey if he was gay.
You didn't know?
No, I mean I did know.
Is that not obvious by
But-
the everything about me?
Yeah, but I don't remember asking this.
God,
Yeah, I was
I
like,
remember
oh.
asking Olivia
Oh,
this.
So does Corey like men because she dresses like what a typical lesbian would dress
Oh,
like?
yeah. Olivia's boyfriend asked me that.
Oh, it was Kendrick? I thought it was you.
Yeah, no. Kendrick went up to
Sorry,
Olivia
Jason.
and was like, so is Corey a lesbian? Because she dresses what a typical lesbian would
Hmm.
dress like.
Sorry for putting
She's
you on
wearing a
blast,
flannel.
Jason.
I was like, that's fair.
What? Why is a flannel?
Apparently
indicate-
that's-
Apparently
Dude,
it's
that's
flannels are-
typical lesbian attire.
I think flannel is typical fucking cool ass attire.
Thank
Like
you.
just have,
Period.
it's called
No, a
swag.
good
Yeah, I was like, and
flannel.
I think what I have is a disease called swag
Stylish?
syndrome.
Yeah,
Yes.
And
too much swag,
yeah.
overflowing with swag.
But and it's the gay thing.
yeah,
But anyway.
I mean, yes. Love the girls and the gays.
yeah. Thank you both for coming.
Thank
Thank
you
I
for the
didn't even
invite.
announce you guys because we just kind of got into it. But this is my wonderful friend Corri Logan and my wonderful
Yeah,
friend
Corri.
Cheyenne Jones.
Hello.
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 Hey,
I
guys.
exist.
Yeah.
We're
Isn't
the
that
new
crazy?
co-hosts.
I'm gonna edit it so it's like at the beginning. And I'm not gonna do that
No.
at all.
It's
No.
kind of funnier that
There's
it's not.
no way. Yeah, no. But yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having us.
having us. This has
Yeah.
been so
Yeah,
fun.
I had a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah. Well, we can do it again. We have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
dead
definitely
ass.
doing it with Olivia again because we talked for like 2 hours, but there was more that I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. And I
Yeah.
think more that she wanted to say. So I
Yeah.
was like, it didn't feel complete.
Yeah.
I guess.
More to the story.
Yeah. So I was like, we're gonna have to do this again for sure.
I can be
And
back.
Olivia was like, we're gonna have to do one with me. Like me and then Olivia and Julie. And I was like, yeah, we can do one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I'll
like a
have to see that.
symbolic or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's a
Yeah,
trio.
I was like, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it. Yeah. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you for being vulnerable.
We do what we can.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm still feeling vulnerable.
because of the spider.
Checking all the corners, the floors.
Well, don't forget about the big one above
Shut
you.
the fuck up, Jason. I will literally.
Oh my God! Look right behind you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.